Hello and welcome, everyone. Let me get the chat going on here. Alrighty, who have we got here? Beat Alex, Kath, Lizzo, Kiwi MacArthur, Bane Bear, Liza Nord, Coffee Cup. Hello, everyone. Welcome, Henry, and everyone else who is watching. It's only 12 of you at the moment, it says, so not much sure what's going on. Tell everyone that we're live and get more people here. Okay, so we actually had something else planned for tonight. We recorded this morning like a mini roundtable. We just had sort of four of us and we had a bit of a chat, about more the spiritual side of what we can do energetically with what's going on in the centre of Australia. And I'm going to have to be careful with my language, I guess, and the spells I cast, right? So that YouTube don't rip this down, because the chat that we had with Auntie Cindy that we premiered on Wednesday, Kelly put it up on her channel. They took it down and now they've banned her from her channel, given her, I think she's on 2 strikes, and they're saying one more and they're going to delete the channel. So I've taken it down off my channel. And then today we found out that GoFundMe have deleted our campaign. We were just under $20,000 raised to help, our Indigenous elders, and they cancelled it. GoFundMe. Don't really know what to say about that, right? So so we've delayed today's video so that we can put up today, because we need to find another anti-commie funding site. So I've written some emails out to some different sites asking them if they're communists, basically, and discriminators. So everyone who donated, GoFundMe have said that they will refund all your money. So let us know if anything, doesn't get refunded. Basically, that's so we're back to square one. Cindy actually really could have used the money at this point, because the car that she did have is basically blown up. So now she's got no, so it was, it would have been perfect timing. So we need to get, we need to find someone else. So if anyone knows any platforms, I've been doing searching, and I know there's one, I think that's a Russian one that people go to, because I know this has happened to a lot of people. I didn't think, I thought it, it was in my mind, but I really didn't think that they would do this when we're trying to support our Indigenous elders. So it's quite disgraceful and disgusting. Of course, they're showing us who they are, evil parasites. So, let me know. Mr. Breeze, hello, how you going? Yes, they cancelled Benjamin, they did. Hello, Organic Intelligence. James Lee, hello, thank you. Kai, hello. Exactly right. We thought of PayPal, but obviously we don't want to start anything again if it's got a chance of being cancelled. There's Patreon, but I've heard people being cancelled off that as well. I think even Paul Cook got cancelled from PayPal. God knows why. And I think Benjamin got kicked off Patreon. So there are some alternatives, and I've written some emails. But if anyone knows any that are good, leave it in the comments below. Let me know. So the energy definitely shifted today. What a day. It started off really, really good. We had this great conversation, almost 20 grand in the GoFundMe, and then it just all fell apart. They cancelled that. Kel's almost lost her channel. Of course, Bernie, he's in the same position. He's basically 2 strikes and they won't let him into his channel. It's still there. So I think he'll probably get access back again in, 6 weeks or something. And that was because on one of the live streams that he did, and he put a link out in the chat, and someone was jumping on with explicit photos as their their image, and it got picked up. And so so that can't be done anymore either. So the other thing is, we've really got to keep our eyes and hearts and guts open. We've got to start using our fifth sense, guys, and really if things feel bad, if things feel weird, go with that feeling and check it out, because lots of weird stuff happening. Like I said, Bernie's lost his channel almost. There's been some weird stuff going on in the Telegram chat. So I've promoted a few more admins there. And thank you to all the admins. I don't get onto these platforms very often. So thank you for everyone who is helping out. But yeah, we think that may have been linked. We think we may have had a troll, right? In Telegram, who was asking about our GoFundMe, and then suddenly the GoFundMe got taken down. So we've got to be careful, open our eyes and ears. As far as trolls and that, it's going to be zero tolerance from now on. If people want to show the world that they're into the negative, low vibrations and relaying the script to everyone, well, they're not going to be welcome here, right? This is for light warriors, guys. This is for our soul tribe. We've got each other, and we've got to start getting stronger and smarter. And I need to cough. So there's not going to be any history tonight. We're going to have a chat, and I've got some guests, some special guests lined up to come on and have a chat with us. So I just wanted to get on first and let you know what's going on. Like I said, we're going to get a new funding site up and going as soon as we can. As soon as we do that, we'll let you know. And, hopefully everyone who did donate, who's been refunded, can then, redonate to this new fund, because we do need to get this, this assistance out to Cindy and other elders, who are out there trying to do stuff. And literally now she doesn't even have a car. So, not the best news, but guys, we're warriors, right? This is just, we know that they're evil. It's just, it lets us know we're over the target. We're doing the right thing. We're in the right spot. And we know this is a spiritual battle, and we've somehow ended up close to the middle of one of them. This all started with the Crystal City. That's how we ended up here, searching for the Crystal City. And now all the eyes are on Central Australia, where we've been looking and putting energy. So it's very interesting. It's very interesting. Hello, Shane Thompson. How are you going? I know, right? Organic intelligence. Hello. Yeah. Righteous anger. Yeah. I've got a cough button. It's I've even got it's a rock button. There you go. And by the way, who likes my glowing tree of life in the background? What do you reckon? I felt it was time for a bit of energy. I've actually spent the last half an hour listening to music, just to get the vibes up. Because it's, when you do all this work and everything's going well, and it's and you're doing the right thing, and then evil parasites come along and just stomp all over it. It's not a good feeling. But like I said, they can kick us, but they'll never knock us over. This is just showing how weak they are, how low they have to stoop, how pathetically, retarded they are. Let's call it for what it is, right? Hello, Tone Deaf. How you going? Thank you. Question everything. Hello. Thank you. Kath Erigan. Yes, we do. Blue Dot. Is that how I say that? People have been challenging to deal with that. Yes, I know, right? Especially those in the system, the systemites. I know. Now, guys, that interview is up on Odysee, so and it's up on Bitchute as well, both on my Autodidactic channels, and I've put the Odysee link in Telegram. So share that around. So the video is still up. But I had to take it off YouTube because At this point, I don't want to lose the channel right now, but clearly this is another thing. We're going to have to start moving off YouTube. And so I've got a few plans on how we're going to do that. But really, this is getting ridiculous. Yes, everyone's on YouTube, and I'll probably keep doing history stuff on here, but we need a platform where we can talk, right, without censorship. So that's going to be a priority. So 2022, I guess we're going to have lots of new stuff. And right, this is the great shift, right? We're coming up to the 21st of December. Oh my gosh. So I've got to start traveling soon. I mean, we're not even sure what's going on there with borders. And of course, this thing in Central Australia, we're supposed to be traveling there. So we're going to have to see what source says, basically, as far as that. And of course, don't forget December the 4th. I'll be putting more links up over the next few days. A global meditation mantra that Bobby is going to hold, administer, lead us in, and that's just going to be a worldwide, healing vibration going out to everyone, but probably, especially to the original elders in Australia. So there we go. How was that for an intro, right? How are we going, everyone? Vividness, hello. How are you? Fiverr T445, hello. Calistaga, refried. Hello, Eric. How you going? Oh my gosh, sorry, Skype's beeping at me. Paul, hello. I'm gonna have to hang on, my Skype off. Everyone's wanting to talk to me. How do I do that there? Okay. So, Paul, hello. Eric, hello. Multi-megawatts. Nice. How you going? Kath, Dom44, not Dam. Dank Tank. How you going? Bane Bear, Mons DK, Capalicious, of course. Hello, everyone. And of course, thank you guys. Thank you to all the admins who are always in the lives doing an amazing job. All right. So yeah, we'll have this link hopefully up and sorted tomorrow so we can get this back up and running. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to just send a link or two and we'll see who pops up. See if we've got any special guests that might want to join us. Who knows? We may even get someone from France. Let me just type a quick message. All right. All right. How's that for live? All right. How are we going? Okay. Redneck Rebel. No. I don't think I'll end YouTube, but YouTube. Yeah, they're not onto Tartaria yet, so it's just such a self-censoring process. It gets really annoying, and with everything going on, we can keep YouTube going, but we definitely need a free platform, right? Uncensored platform where we can chat. Kathy W, how you going? Hello, welcome. Or the flock, hello, Paul. Vividness, hello. Draga Lokta, hello. Slovakia whistleblower says there are 3 different apple juice types. I saw that 1, 2, and 3, and it was marked that's out and around. We can't talk too much about that. Basically, one was saline, one was bad, and the other was bad. And Eric is a black sheep. There you go. You can have some good conversations with Paul because he's a black sheep as well, as are we all, right? Any word on the originals? Nowhere. Pretty, there's a media censorship, obviously. There's stuff coming out on social media. Haven't had a good look today because it's, it's been a bit mad. But Cindy did make a break for the border, basically, and there's flooding up that way, and she got caught in flooding. Car got trashed. She's okay. She got herself out, but now she's basically, in a worse position than she was yesterday. She's now out by herself. She's found like somewhere to stay, but she's got no car anymore. So, we need to jump on board. Paul is a black sheep. Yes, he is. Hello, Kieran. Hello, Gary. Hello, Ian. All right, let's see. Who's in the background here? Who could it be? Oh, look, it's no one. You see? This is what we do here. We invite chairs on. So we're going to have a talk with the elephants.
Hey, man. Sorry, dude. I didn't realize you were cutting to me then. I'm just putting on a... Sorry, man.
You see, this is live, guys. Live and ludicrous.
How's it going?
Yes, thank you. Let's all pray for Cindy and everyone as well. Send out some good thoughts and some heart energy to Kel, who's doing it pretty tough today as well. She's
oh man, Kelly
blows. So send her some energy. She'll bounce back, but yeah, obviously, she set this whole thing up, and on the same day she's lost her channel. So there we go. Welcome, Callum the Wizard Wilkinson.
Well, hello.
Hello there, Cam. How's it going?
Hello.
Very good now. What a wonderful day we're having that day.
Well, it's grand.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you for joining me. Let's have a wee little chat, shall we?
Sorry, what's his name? Bitchute.
Is my accent really bad? Everyone went quiet.
Well, what happened then was you went quiet. Right. You stopped halfway. You stopped halfway through your little your bit of Irish there, Cam. You stopped halfway through it. It's like you lost your confidence halfway through. You thought, "How choice? I just better shut up now."
I'm popping out my chat and everything. I'm getting everything organised here, so I can read chat.
Oh, all right.
That's as well.
All right, I've got you both in quickly.
I didn't realise an hour had passed.
Not ready, both unorganised.
I haven't had a chance to make.
Say hello.
It's actually,
I haven't had a chance to make a hot chocolate.
Have you got someone in the background there? Someone who's is that you?
I do. Yeah. Say hello. This is.
Oh, you do. Someone.
My mate.
Hi, Cam. Been watching
hello,
from
mate.
much day dot, mate. Yeah, good.
This is the guy that actually put me on to Cam. So, have you seen this Autodidactic photo? You need to watch some Autodidactic. Or as I like to say, the one other white person in Alice Springs.
I was about the 4th person subscribed to you, Cam.
Oh, really?
No way, man.
Wow, back in the early days.
Yeah,
Wow,
mate.
thank you. I mean, I've seen some of those videos, so thank you, really, thank you. Some of those videos were shocking, but we progress, we get there.
Can I just say?
Yes, well, thank you all three for
But you
joining.
kept me coming back.
Yeah, what do we think? Coming back for more. All right, and also, guys,
Callum,
I'm now on the Syncretism Society. If you did not know, I am an educator for the Syncretism Society. So go check that out.
Syncretizer?
Santos Bonacci. A syncretizer.
A syncretizer?
You syncretize how unsyncretized history is. So it should be fun. So yeah, I'm going to shut up. What do you think? Speak. Tell us your truth, as Kelly would say.
I mean, first off, I just want to say, how come I come in and I've had a shave, I've got rid of my whiskers, and Callum's beard seems about 5 times bigger.
Yeah.
Why does it seem so much bigger today, man?
I'm just letting it go.
It's good. It's beautiful.
So
I can't get mine like that. That's why I shaved it off. I was like,
Yeah, I decided it's full wizard beard time. Yeah. Well, I got to make up for you guys. Look at this.
You got to got to grow it to your belly button, man.
So
It's like I didn't shave for like 2 weeks or something, and it just makes.
I
me
noticed the
look
5
dirty.
o'clock
It just
shadow
looks
on
like,
you.
It doesn't even look like growth. It just looks like I'm dirty and grotty. And I did grow a goatee when I was like 20, and I gave it a good go and did it for like 6 months, and it was every color of the rainbow. Literally, this goatee was like, it was black, brown, ginger, white, grey, just every hair color possible, and it was just like, it was brindle beard.
That's beautiful.
Maybe I
Man.
should be a pirate. Brindle beard.
That's a beautiful thing.
If you can tie it together, or if you can plait it together, then that's beard enough. Hey, we'll call that beard enough.
I couldn't. So really, mine wasn't really beard. It was still designer stubble. Really, it was only about 1 inch long, and it wouldn't ever grow any further. So
I think there's a rule or something. It's about soup. If you don't tie your beard up before you eat soup, then it's not really a beard. You know, I think I saw that as one of the comments to your videos.
Yeah, I think that.
Yeah, I'm like, right on.
Tie it up, it's not a beard.
Right on, yeah, no, dead on. Yeah, so this one's about 2 weeks old.
As a scarf. And you're probably not even joking.
Probably now that it's going.
Cool.
Because that's the thing too, when you trim it, like I was trimming it, and it was like egging it on to grow more as well. It's like, come on, you know, like attacking it.
Does it get
so it grew a little bit faster, a little bit
Maybe
thicker.
that's that's where I went wrong, isn't it?
Do you do beard ups to make it strong?
Say that again.
Beard ups, like, because it's heavy, right? It's a heavy weight, that beard. So
to make your neck stronger,
your neck up by doing beard ups.
Beard ups.
That's hard work, isn't it?
See, I'm bound to have a weak neck for the rest of my life.
So,
whiskers.
It's great for storing stuff. You can store stuff in the beard. It's like a little secret. There's secret spots in there.
You can keep birds in there.
Yeah, what do they call it?
Stashes. You know.
Flavor saver, right?
I've always had this little bit.
Oh, there we go.
Because I've always, it's always my thinking. I've always used it to think. When I think, I do the beard thing.
Yeah.
It's actually a bit of an NLP thing too. It's a trigger.
You're going to have to incorporate it into your magic deck now, Cal. You're going to hide something in there.
Secrets that I can hide in there.
Extender wand. Extender wand.
Right, I imagine that this live, I imagine that your intention was not for us to talk about beards.
For 3 hours.
No.
3 hours.
It wasn't.
So, shall we...
Okay, let's go. Richie, talk to us.
Do you want me to tell you about the Telegram event? Or do you want me to talk to you about stuff generally?
About the Telegram event, because, definitely. Because, like I said, we're in a spiritual war, guys, and you know, we are being infiltrated now. We know now that we definitely are. So we've got to keep our eyes and ears and senses, right? Fifth senses open. So,
Sixth,
take it away, Richie.
Yeah, so it was a bit of a weird one. My sleep pattern is all over the place at the moment. But I'm going to try and look into the camera. My sleep pattern's a bit all over the place at the moment because of I think because I've quit coffee. Like 3 weeks ago, I quit coffee, and so I'm falling asleep at like 9, 10 o'clock at night, which never happened before. But as a result, I'm waking up at 3:30 in the morning, and it's generally always about 3:30. And I woke up this morning and went into the auto chat and Autodidactic chat, and there was a bunch of messages saying spammer, spammer, spammer. and you've been getting hit quite hard by spammers now. The spam bots have started coming in, and at first I thought I was blocking them, but then I realized that I was only blocking them. It was me that was blocking them. I wasn't banning them from the channel. When I was I needed to delete the message, ban the user, mark it as spam, and delete all the messages. So I started doing that, and then not like me, Silverbeard, and Shush Little Birdies. I think she's called Shush Little Birdies. Were having a really good conversation about stuff and about doing quantum work, about remote viewing, doing remote work, doing the work that we do in our sleep, all of that stuff. And this guy came in via the Autodidactic group, just the normal, where you post stuff, but you can comment on the posts, but it's not a chat room. So he came in via that. I didn't realize that at first, but every single one of his comments was linked to that group, that video, which was the originals, about the originals, and it had the GoFundMe on it. And just the energy that came into the group, into the room with this guy, totally disrupted the energy that was already, like really good energy that was there, and this bad energy came in and just like cracked it, and suddenly all focus was on this guy, and he's just called Tom, and I'm thinking, yeah, where's your mates Dick and Harry then? And so I was up because he was being really weird, the questions, he was being elusive. I was like, so he said, yeah, I live in my van. And I've been watching Autodidactic for a while. I was like, oh, right, and who else do you watch? And he said, a few others. And I said, who else do you watch? Because there's quite a few others, man. Who else do you, just, inquiring, who else do you watch? And he got all defensive. Just said, oh, John Levy and others, and then said that we were being hostile towards him. And I said, not being hostile, just inquiring, man, just inquiring. And then so I started asking. I messaged Silverbeard and I messaged Shush Little Birdies privately to see what they thought. I was just like, how are you feeling about this? And they both got the same. They both said they felt the same. Basically, they felt the same about it. It was bad energy. It wasn't right. There was something not right about this guy. He was being too elusive. And Silverbeard said, "Be elusive with him. Like, don't just probe him for questions." And I can't be fucked with all that bollocks, man. So I just said, "Are you working for the federal government or something? What?" Because you're being really weird. You're being really elusive. No, I don't work for the Fed, mate. No, I'm living in my van, and I can't remember what else. And I said, oh, right, okay, all right. Well, I'm sorry. Don't be offended. I'm just trying to protect the group, obviously. So you're living in your van. That's great. How are you plugging in? Because he's there, he's online, obviously, he's talking to us. How are you plugging in? And the image, I didn't ask for it, just this picture in my head was him sat in a cubicle, not in a van. And he said, I was like, how are you doing it? Are you using free energy, solar panels? How are you doing it? And he just ducked out really quickly then. Just like, yeah, sorry, man, I've got to go, and was gone. And that's when I messaged you. And then I went back and forth with Silverbeard and thinking, and they both got the same. They both had the same feeling. Neither of them wanted to, like, none of us would. We were like, yeah, but is he just being a bit weird? And then we decided just to go with the gut feeling. the gut feeling, like as I was talking to him, just the questions that he asked, like about where's the physical community that he, where's the physical community that I can come and meet you guys, and it's just the energy there, and I was just
disrupt.
Yeah, man. Because he's going, are you even real? Are you lot even real? Is this? You all seem a bit sus. I'm like, yeah, you seem a bit sus.
That's your imagination.
Sus. So
I think the key here, though, is like, how did you cut it? How did he leave?
Oh, he just left.
But what were you saying when he left? You were talking about.
I was asking him about. I was asking him about details about his living in his van, details that anybody else that lives in their van, anybody else that I've ever seen or spoken to that lives in their van, and you say, "Oh yeah, how are you doing it, man? How are you doing it?" They are proud to say, "Yeah, man. Well, I've got this, and I've got it hooked up, and I've got these solar panels, and I've got this water thing, and I'm doing this, and I'm harnessing the wind." They can't wait to share it all with you. He didn't. He went, "Yeah, sorry, man, I've got to go. Bye." And when I said to him in the conversation, I said to him, "Have you heard of remote viewing?" And I felt the energy change. I felt him go, "Why are you watching me now?" And I went, "Well, I can't see you, mate, but I can feel your energy." And he said, "Well, what does my energy feel like?" And before I even had a chance to answer, just little birdie said, "Your energy feels defensive and hostile and prickly and not right, basically." And I said basically the same thing. You're hostile, mate. You're defensive when you don't need to be. You're being elusive when you don't need to be. So yeah, the energy's not good, man. It's not good, the energy that's coming off you. And then what was it? 5 minutes.
For the Fed, and they're not like, what the hell?
But dude,
Do you work for the government? Like, oh no, I don't work for the government. I'd be like, what? Do I work for the fucking government?
Yeah.
Who are you?
Exactly. Why didn't he freak out about that? He was very calm. No, I don't work for any federal agency, mate. Okay.
But you knew straight away.
Not a federal agency. You're working for one of the deep state agencies then. Okay, no worries. You're working for a corporation. You're working for the CCP or whatever it is you're working for, man. They're booky, and you're. Oh yeah, I said it feels booky. You feel booky. I said, what's booky? And then it was a little silver beard said, "Bookie is someone that takes small bets." I was like, "Oh yeah, actually, Bookie is someone that takes small bets, but it's also a colloquialism, man. It's you're bookie, man. You feel bookie." But it was what, 5 to 10 minutes after I booted him, the GoFundMe got taken down.
Yeah, exactly. Then I got an SMS. Saying that
it was like 5 minutes, wasn't it? It was about 5 minutes after I booted him.
It wasn't. Yeah, I was talking to Richie, and then I got an SMS, and I was like, "What the?" And then I sort of told Richie, it all happened mid conversation. So it's very coincidences don't exist, right? So keep your eyes and ears out, guys. I
think that was spite. It just feels like that was a spiteful, like, oh right, okay then, can it be like that? Is it? I can't get past your front door. Fine, click. Switch that off.
Yeah. It's basically targeted, and I would say it's targeted around the information as well. So suddenly, when there's something very true being said, that very important being said as well, and then these things happen around that, so it's like a target everyone around you as well. So that's how it works.
What I'd like to know is what's the link between because am I confused? This is all about the originals, right? But is that
it's about all of us. It's about all of us. But
this, the GoFundMe and stuff, is it related to this what they're saying? Oh, there's all this disinformation and everything, and is it related to that?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, that's we're raising money for an elder who's basically stuck in a different state, can't get back to her family, doesn't know.
So this is a
people in the community or not.
This is a fully legit fundraiser, and what they've done.
Legit. It's literally to get her a car and petrol and food.
But they've inserted a different narrative in there to confuse it. They've inserted a different narrative to confuse it. With
see, in Australia, they've the day that all these, I think it was Wednesday, when all the videos started to come out on social media of all the elders basically calling for help and calling for the world to, put their eyes on Australia. SBS came out with a story saying, no, it's all false, and we've spoken to elders, and they're saying it's all conspiracy theorists. And then, of course, every other newspaper and media printed the same story. And
that's causing arguments within the community.
When you listen to the actual,
it's funny though.
To the actual elders, they're saying different.
Yeah, but who got fact checked? It's because I saw a phone call to the I saw a phone call to the ADF, and they're saying no, that we would never do that. So and there was a lot of stuff said in that phone call, but she was just yes till the end, where it was just laying it out for this woman. But who said ADF? Who said, where did that come from? That was Michael Gunner. So, I mean, who's getting fact check here? Has he been held to account to this?
Yeah, exactly.
Have we heard anything about it? So, like, if it was too, right? So the ADF go, no, that's not us. Don't you think they would tell him instantly? Don't you think he would want to get that out very quickly as well? It's just questions I go through as well. It's like, because if it's true and it's genuine here, and it was a genuine mistake, but what we must consider here too is that it's been said, it's been put forward, it's been put out into the ether. And this is what's done so many times, where you can retract and take it back as much as you like. No one reads that. It's just like articles that are put out there to start things and then are retracted months later. Tiny little retractions that no one reads.
On the 10th page or something, yeah.
And at a bad time.
They've been doing it forever. And the fine they get is less than the money they make.
Oh,
so
God,
it's like, why not?
They get a $10,000 fine or something. Or,
Well, who's fining? What is it? Who gets personally fined here? Is there a name that gets fined, or is it a company that gets fined?
Isn't it? It's the corporation gets fined.
Yeah, cool. Like Pfizer can just pay for, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter the fines. It's just boom, boom, boom.
Nobody's
boom.
held to account.
It means that they can then keep all their staff. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
As a person, as an entity, they're a criminal person, a criminal entity, right?
Your fine money will now go into making more ads.
More ads brought to you by Pfizer.
Yeah.
I mean, where does the money?
You've seen that.
Yeah. How many times does it just go by, too? And it goes into that subconscious as well. I always see Fizzer, though.
Yeah, that's it.
That's how I read it.
Yeah.
And Merck,
it's all in there. It's all in there.
Pfizer.
It's like Michael Gunner, right? The head of the army, right? Mike Gunner.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. That dude's clearly PC or something, right?
These names. They can't be coincidences, right?
It's like the one in Melbourne. Yeah, the one in Melbourne. The health minister has it. Health hazard. Like, seriously. Like,
there's a creator called Magenta Pixie, and she did a video where she picked out all the British reporters for all of the local news, reporting about local things, like the petrol shortage. The guy that was reporting on that was called Phil McCannup.
What?
Yeah, and like somebody reporting on it was all names that were hilariously linked.
Joe King must write that.
Literally a joke.
And it's like, okay, it's because once is an anomaly, but I think it was about 4 or 5 different accounts, totally different accounts, but the names of the reporters were just really somehow really apt, really apt. So it's like, wow, okay. Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me 3 times.
But we see it now. I mean, I see it all the time now too. That how obvious things are, and in movies as well. Like we're not watching movies the same way. It's like the new one, the Tomorrow War or whatever. The White Spike. Their enemy is the White Spike.
Yeah, well, yeah.
It's just like, oh my god. In the first 5 minutes, he's talking to the daughter on the couch about vaccines and stuff too. So I knew I was like, oh, I know where this is going. I know what this movie's about. And it was released in 2021. I just find it amazing how he gets a mark. They mark him on his left hand. What
about the new Marvel movies? With Doctor Strange and that, with what he's doing, how they're manipulating timelines, and they're it's like looking glass technology that they're using, and it's not, but it sort of is. It kind of the whole geometrical patterns and magic. He's using magic. He's using spellcraft. It's all so relevant to what's going on.
Yeah. Yeah, they show both sides, don't they? They show it all. I mean, everything's put forward. Our journey, we really know now too. Like it's very clear what our journey in and how this is a spiritual battle as well. Which is great. I mean, that's why I still watch them and stuff as well. You've got all of the information come forth. So every time you watch these things, and you're just getting more layers and layers of our reality, what you're actually going to go through as well. Because you only watch what you need to watch as well. When you're flowing, when you're not chasing, when you're just flowing, you just watch what you need to watch. And these things break down for you. It's like it's a piece here and a piece there, but it's part of your pattern, your unique pattern. But everyone's like the bigger journey is everyone's going through that bigger journey as well, which is the bigger cycle that's going on, which is the awakening and all of this as well. And karma being thrust upon people. I always put it forward as it's ignorance. Like if you are ignoring stuff at the moment, then it's going to get very horrible for you. The more you ignore, the faster it comes to at the moment, and the stronger it comes at the moment.
Yeah.
Because what pushes you to actually
bigger
get up
each time.
More energy. Yeah. Influx. But you've got to understand the opposite side of that as well. You're going to get the trolls, right? If you're doing things right, you're going to get the trolls. You're going to get that other side come up because it's scared, and it is fear. It's like when you release fear, it's at that point too. You are strong, and you can recognize fear and go, no, thank you, like you did, Richie. It's like I recognize it. So now this is a game. I'm not actually getting angry. I'm not. No. I'm right.
Anger's gone, mate. Anger's gone. That's the weirdest thing. Is the last 3 weeks. It's the most beautiful thing. It's like, yeah, I'm not getting triggered like I was. There's still the triggers are still there, but I'm much more observant of it rather than reacting to it. I'm much more like, oh,
reacting. Yeah.
Here we go. Okay.
And catching
game on.
Catching right at the start, right, where you go, before I may have rolled this into a pissed off all day, whatever. So it's instead
or
of that,
just an argument, or just rolling it into an argument, escalating into a confrontation that becomes two egos bashing against each other, rather than two crystalline beings bouncing off each other. It's It's all about the state you're in too. Like if you
wake up and you're pissed off about something, and that's going through your mind, like the way you wanted to say that, the way you wanted to say that to that person or whatever. Yeah. And then suddenly you're beginning arguments. The conversations aren't going how they normally good with other people, right? Because you're bringing that energy into it. Yeah. Well, I always think too, like coming from balance, if I'm always coming from that place of balance, so which is why I reset myself to balance, you know, so you're calm and relaxed in every situation, every thought that you move on. So if you're always coming from that place of balance, it's always a check as well. And I can go, where am I? Am I balanced? Yeah, I'm calm, I'm chill, I'm balanced, I feel, I'm aware, you know, so I'm balanced. And you can always just keep checking that again. And that's what you're going away from, you know, which is your choice. You know, it's eustress is not a problem. Distress is a problem, but eustress is useful, usable energy, you know, excited energy.
It's excitement. It's excitement more than anxiety. There might be trepidation in there, but it is more excitement, and you know you want to move on. You might be a little bit of, whoa, this is going to be rocky, or it's like going down a rapid, you know, going down the rapids in a raft. You know, it's going to be a little bit scary, but at the end of you've chosen to do it, and you know it's good fun.
That's for the fun is.
But that's
for the fun.
Goosebumps.
That's what I'm actually. Do you know what? Because I know Cam's been trying to say something, man, and I'm going to let him say. I'm going to let him speak.
No, you're right. No, you're right. Oh, you know me now. No. What was I going to say? See, I've forgotten now because you talk too much. I have no idea what I was going to say.
Can I just say then, in that case, just to fill the space, I'll just say what you're saying, Cam, about this finding balance, right? I found that really difficult before. Since what happened like 4 weeks ago. It happened 4 weeks ago, and I've been living with the effects of it for 3 weeks now. And what happened as a result of that is I created the Magic Tree House, right? In the Magic Tree House, and why aren't you in there yet, Callum? We need to exchange phone numbers, man, and also Campbell as well. We still hasn't sorted out yet. You've got to come in the tree house,
I don't do groups. Actually, I tried to get on Telegram, but I have
it's not Telegram, dude. This isn't Telegram. This is Signal. Telegram's too infiltratable. Whereas the way we do it through on Signal, it's very hard to infiltrate. So but the thing is, it's a group, but it's not like that sort of group. It's not like a group where just people are going to be recycling information that we all already bloody know. We already know all this stuff. It's like, yeah, we want to share it with everyone. We want to say, yeah, and have you seen this? And have you seen this? But it's not actually constructive to our well-being, because it's keeping us in these narratives that are actually then they're background stories in our own movies, because each one of us has got our own movie playing where we've got our own immediate vicinity that we're operating in, and our own lives that we have to deal with. We are not, I'm not the president of the United States of America, and I don't live in La Palma, and I don't live in, I live here. And so what I really need to worry about is what's going on here, and everything else should be just background information that I don't let affect me too much. I remain aware of it, but I don't let it affect me. And the trouble is that everybody's letting it affect them, and it's affecting their mood, and it's bringing people really down into this world. So that what the Magic Tree House has managed to do for not just me, I think it's managed to do it for all of the members, because they've all made comments that kind of allude to this, is that the energy in that room is it's a beautiful energy in there. And so you go in there and you might be feeling you might have had a stressful day, you might be feeling a bit shitty, or had a stressful conversation with somebody, felt triggered or whatever. You come into the Magic Tree House and you look at the conversations and everything, and just the energy in there, and people, if there's people in there, it's like, boom, like a safe space, like the South Park safe space. But you know, it's like a safe space because everybody in there has shared their telephone number with me, and I've shared mine with them, and you know, it's a much more connected relationship through that group. But that's the whole point, is we're meant to be connected. We're meant to be connecting with each other, and we don't live next door to each other. So if this is how we're going to do it, this is how we're going to do it. But to do it, we have to keep that out. Make sure that we just keep the vibe nice and high. Keep it really good. Unconditional love, supporting, nurturing, empathy, compassion, understanding, patience, all of these things. That's what the Magic Treehouse is all about. It's not about sitting and getting stressed out about what's going on. It's about getting imaginative about and really getting into the role in your imagination of being a light worker or a light warrior. And we're gonna, all we have to do is be aware of who we are, and then the energy will start flowing through us, and then that connects. And then we become the star forts. All the star forts that got destroyed, we become these central points because, that system isn't working anymore, and we want to bring it back. We've got to bring it back through us. We're crystalline beings. And what I was saying about us bouncing off each other, creating energy, I'm always really charged up after these good conversations. Just thinking about this conversation, I got excited about it, and it's the energy for me. It feels like a really good energy. I can almost see it, when I was talking earlier with Silverbeard and Shush Little Birdies, we were trying to work out where we are on the map. And we got one in Arizona, me in the Canary Islands, and then Shush Little Fairies is in New South Wales somewhere. And we were thinking maybe it's a straight line between us, because
wow,
it'd be really interesting to see, because when you think about Arizona to the Canary Islands to think, because Thingy's on the 33rd degree in Arizona, he's on the 33rd degree, so the eclipse in 2024 is going to be going right over his head. The shadow is going to go right over his head, isn't it? And I think because it is on the 33rd parallel, isn't it? Or was that the one before? Anyway, it'd be really interesting to see that, wouldn't it? Because if that's what we are, because we're dotted around.
Yeah, the other one.
We're dotted around all over the place, man.
Well, this is, it's so we can make a network up. And it's also, we don't really know how many of the people in between are men and women, do we? But they could, a lot of them are background characters, and that's another reason why we shouldn't be.
They're exactly that.
Like taking their opinions on board or worrying about what they're.
We only ever see them on the screen.
Give us.
Don't we? We only ever see them on the screen.
Exactly.
Never in person. Yeah. Never interact with them in person. So how can they be real in our movie?
Well, you've got to feel like you said. I was listening when you were talking about that troll. It was right from the start you knew. You said that as well. You said right from the start I knew. It's like, look at these people, and you know what is fake and you know what is real. You really do. You just need to trust yourself.
Yes.
You can look and you can work out and you can analyze why and how you know.
Trust
I did. I read people. That's what I do. I did poker for 2 years so I could read people at a table, every day, walk in and work out what's going on within these minds. How am I different? How am I similar? But, you can do all the analyzing that you want.
And then
I can tell you, your feeling when it's from your heart, when it's from your heart, which is all over. I'm talking about an all over feeling, all over. Truth bumps all over. It's everywhere. It's electric. That's knowledge.
Cam, turn your mic up.
Yes.
Turn your mic up.
Oh.
because it's your when you come in because Callum's got his level's quite high, so I don't know what mine sounds like, but I think mine's quite loud as well.
Louder?
I can bring mine down actually.
Hello.
Yeah, that's all right.
I'm all right.
Oh, it's automatic. Mine's on automatics.
Did you say lower?
Higher. Microphone.
Lower. I can go higher if you like. Yes.
Oh, can you there? Oh, nice.
This is my old lady impersonation.
So,
yes, darling, I can do that if you like. Yes, no worries there.
Yes. Yes.
So
that's my magpie.
Oh, they're good at voices. I'm good at mine.
So I think
I'm going to run to the toilet quickly.
All right.
Yeah, you keep going. And are you going to play us a song tonight, Richie? I'll just put that out there. I'll be back.
Say again. I missed
Play
that.
us a song.
Are you going to play us a
Play
song?
us
I'll play a song. Play a song.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Come on, everybody. Start chanting. Play us a song, Richie. Play us a song, Richie. I'll be back soon.
I might be able to do that. I might be able to just hook up the thing and just play a song a little bit. Callum, you take the floor.
It was funny when you were talking about the magic treehouse, because I'm just thinking, for me, I'm in my magic treehouse.
Yeah, so what you do in your magic treehouse, right? In the magic treehouse, what you do is you share pictures of your, like, look, this is my magic treehouse, man, and this is what I'm seeing, and I share a picture. This is what I'm seeing. And the other night we did movie night, right? Where it was only three. There was only three of us, but we all made we all downloaded the movie we were going to watch. We did it with two of us before. And then there was three of us. It was last night or the night before last. And we watched Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, right? We all just pressed play at the same time. And then we were in the group, chatting about the movie and sharing pictures, screenshots of, what we were seeing. Like, this is Richard Vision. This is Richie Vision. And this is Mish Vision. And
I need Cam. I need puppy Cam Vision. I need puppy Cam.
Yeah, but it was nice, man, because it was like, it really felt like we were sat down watching a movie together, but it wasn't watching it on my little phone, through a StreamYard thing. That's nice. Yeah. I've done it like that as well, but you have to deal with buffering, then you have to deal with all of that crap. But if you're just watching the movie in your own home and you've all pressed play at the same time, so long as so long as you don't, that's how we kept in sync, Right. It's like, right, 3, 2, 1, go.
Synchronized. It's kind of cool, man. Yeah. Everyone's synchronizing at the start. It's a good little gesture at the start, isn't it?
Yeah, man. That's it. It's like, and then like I had to nip down the shop because the old lady came over and she needed a drink from the shop. And she can't walk down there fast. So I just ran down there quickly and I left it all playing so I didn't have to catch up. Because with me, we'd watched Inner Space because she'd never seen it before. And I was talking about Inner Space and I said, yeah, not like in the movie, not like the Martin Short, what's his name, plays Tuck Pendleton. Oh God, what's his name? He's a brilliant actor, man. Anyway, I love that movie with Meg Ryan. Meg Ryan is so hot in that movie, man.
Oh yeah, I just loved it when I was a kid, man.
1984, that was.
Yeah, I can't remember it.
It's a while ago. Absolutely love that movie. He gets injected into a body
into his ass, man, into Martin Short's ass.
Yeah, great movie. Yeah. I was about 8 when it came out, I reckon.
Yeah, right. That's it. You're the same age as me, there or thereabouts. I'm 44.
43, yeah.
43.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go, man. And how old are you? Callum, you're like 52, aren't you?
No. I'm 40
You're 40.
or 39, 39 or 40, one of those. I don't know. I have to work it out. It's in December. 81. I was born.
You are actually younger than me.
Yep.
Bloody hell. Bloody hell. I
Old
thought you were
soul.
older than me, man. I thought you were older
I
than
mean,
me.
I get that a lot. Yeah. When I was at school, I didn't really have many friends. My friends were the teachers. So I'd go around to the teachers'
I bet
parties.
if you shaved all that off, you'd look a lot younger, man. I bet you'd look a lot younger if you shaved that off. I'm gonna grow mine back, man. I don't want to be clean shut. I want to have my beard. I want a beard like yours. That's what I want. But I'm not getting the growth.
I think you trim it. You just keep trimming it. You know, even though it sounds counterproductive, trim it so
it encourages your hair to grow, doesn't it?
Yeah, and stimulate you. Like, it's all intent too. I mean, you're telling your body what you want it to do and everything as well. You're working together. Always remember, don't put yourself separate to the body. It's us. You know?
Come on, buddy. We want to. Let's go, man. Come on. Yeah. Nice beard, like Callum's. One that I can plait. I want to be able to plait it down. I want a Viking beard. I'm gonna be undercut. I want long plait. I want to look like what's his name from Valhalla. Assassin's Creed Valhalla, man. That's the look I'm going for.
You see my brother. My brother's basically. I have two older brothers, one a year older than me, and another one 2 years older than me. So it's like boom, boom, boom. And my oldest brother has grey hair, and he plaits it all down. It's a nice long ponytail, very long wizard beard, grey. And then my other brother, is another long beard, but it's not as grey. And then mine is. So
you could do like a ZZ Top. Is it the three of you could do like a ZZ Top take off or something, couldn't you?
We could getting there. Mine's a bit short of the three, so yeah, it's a baby beard. So I'll always be the younger brother, little baby.
Yeah. One of the things that helped me, like I've got to be honest, it was one of the things that crossed my mind. Right, was just recently I've been thinking, do you know what? I wouldn't mind the company of a woman, you know, just like having a little kiss or something. And then I thought, no, do you know what? I hate kissing with this beard, because I did it last year. I had a little thing with this really gorgeous girl from Liverpool, and kissing her just wasn't as enjoyable for me because of my beard. How ridiculous!
We get to the true reason why you shaved your beard.
Well, yeah, because I want to get laid.
Yeah, it feels good.
It does actually feel better. In all honesty, it does feel better not having that hair tickling my nostril hair, and you know, so
different,
and my lip, and and getting Alfie's hair stuck in it all the time. Alfie's little tiny little wispy hairs that aren't meant to fall out, but because I don't groom him properly.
That's like my little one now. He's asleep at the moment. My little puppy.
Yeah, he's had a very little puppy, man.
Yeah, he had a very chilled out day today. He was very polite and just followed really well. Just did everything. He was just a little perfect dog today. But he had his two other big dogs come around, and he just played for hours and hours and hours yesterday. So he's basically stuffed.
Absolutely totally pooped today.
And they're just that, you know, a little bit more cute, a little less bitey, a little bit more laid back, chilled like the dude when they're nice and tired. So it's good. Otherwise, it's just wrong.
When you just want to pet them, but they're like, oh yeah, a hand. I'm going to play with a hand. Trying to bite your hand. It's no, I just want to pet you. Just keep your mouth shut.
That's all my battle wounds.
Oh mate, Yeah. It's got to be done, though.
Yeah.
It's got to be done.
Yeah, and he's still learning the gentle, you know. It's like, that's, you know.
That's it. All you've got to do is do what his mum or dad would do if, like,
mimic
in the pack, isn't it?
Yeah. And you learn so much from, I mean, I learned so much from my first dog. It was ridiculous. So having little Buddy now, it's just a whole lot more. I can go through all that knowledge that I learnt the first time as well. And if there was anything like the first time I went through, it was me. All the problems were me. I was the one that was angry. I was this and that. I was the wrong state at the wrong time, you know. Yeah, but what I learned over time was to be chilled out, relaxed, that calm, assertive, which is that leader anyway in the dog world and in the human world too.
Your hearts synchronize. Your hearts synchronize. That's clinically proven that your hearts synchronize. So he feels what you're feeling, basically. Yeah. If you're stressed out,
you feel
whatever it is.
You feel what he feels, and you feel what he feels if you're open. I mean, that heart connection. Now that you're aware and know about it, so feel it. I mean, that's the thing too. Yeah.
I do with Alfie.
Yeah. So
I
you
know
engage.
what Alfie's thinking, man. I know. I swear, I know what he's thinking. When he wants to go out, all of it. I know. When he just sort of looks at me, and it's like this look he gives me, and I know I'm like, yeah, you want to go out, don't you?
Or sometimes notice before, or before they show you any physical signs already, you'll know what they're going to go into. So if you're just chilling out, relaxed, you know what's
I haven't managed to sense his. I haven't managed to sense his bladder movements quite yet because the lad can hold it. I'll give him that. He can really hold it. He's very, very good at that.
And then
the worst thing about him is that he doesn't give anything away. He's really patient. He's sort of like, he's just going to wait until it looks like I'm going out the door. And then he's like, yeah, we're going out. And if I'm not going out and I sit back down again, if he needs the loo, if he does really need the loo, he sort of comes up. Or just generally, if I'm just sat there, I'm watching the TV or I'm playing my game or whatever, he'll come up and he's got this look, this really sort of, puppy dog eyes, and then he'll lick my finger. And he'll lick my hand a little bit. And he's sort of looking at me like, can we go now? Can we go outside?
Yeah,
I'm going to piss myself. I've been sat here for 6 hours.
But it's all those become more and more stronger as well, and then you can also feel them beforehand and stuff as well. It's when we synchronize and we understand what we're doing here, because this is subtle energy. This is all subtle energy work or whatever. It's not that subtle. It is subtle energy until we identify it and we start using it. And then it becomes stronger and stronger as well. So it's basically the strength of it is more information. And in that it's more information you can process through as well, because you say what he's thinking, but it's more to the point that that he's what he's feeling. It's not really like saying I want to go to the toilet. It's I have this feeling, and
I'm uncomfortable. I'm uncomfortable,
and it's moving.
That's what it is.
Right? Yeah.
Hey, it's pissing it down with rain here.
Cool.
First time in months. It's going to start running down the fucking
reminds me of the young one. Totally spitting. It's pissing down now.
When it rains here, it actually does water down the walls here.
It does here on the inside, because it's not sealed around the roof. It's not sealed. Like that wall over there doesn't even join properly. And they've put expanding foam down to seal it, but they haven't even done that evenly. I mean, we're talking about Canarian builders here. So basically they've just gone and then not gone back to go and check that it's all done it properly and filled in the bits. So there's holes all over the place. And it I've got video of it last year, literally pouring down the walls. and it's all filling up around the edges of the room, that like creeping into the middle.
Richie, a lot of people pay a lot of money for indoor water features. I mean, I think you're being,
For water features like that. Yeah, I know. And the thing is, that wall over there is a bit of a feature wall, and it's kind of textured as well. So the way the water runs down it is very pretty.
You should have just opened the door and started selling beer. Got the ambience there.
Yeah. Not sure.
Or that, or you just have
sitting
a
on my bed.
toilet and you get people to sit in front of running water, and then they have to pay to go to the toilet. That could be a good
Here, toilet, guaranteed to make you pee.
Yeah.
Have you got trouble with your prostate? No worries. Come to my toilet.
It's either that or it's torture. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess if you've got
chat
trouble
here
with your
quickly.
prostate, it's not good.
It's not good, no. Walking Axel, Liza, hello, Stella, bloody broody, bloody stormy here. Stella Q, are these guys in Oz? I am. Callum is in the Northern Territory, and young Richie is in the Canary Islands, hanging out with the Canaries, which is good because he can be our litmus test. Because if the Canaries start dying, it's time to get out of the mine, right? So he can let us know. So that's good to know. Amaral B, hello in Cornwall. All right. Shane Thompson, Morgan, Tone Deaf, Pixie, Walking Axel, Esbra. Oh, Morbid. Who's Morbid? David Coffee. Is that why young ones always inside the house? Yeah, the young ones, right?
Well, yeah, they're in the UK, aren't they, man?
I think, what is it? When it's raining all day, it's like puts the cup out. It's only spitting.
That's another one we grew up with, Richie. The young ones, mate.
Mate, the young ones. The young ones
were just awesome.
Absolutely.
Rick, yeah, no, they were like. So I never did understand how Mike got a job there, or even Alexi. It was like, how did you two get on that show? Come on. I think the other three are carrying your bit.
Yeah.
Hang on, I've offended Richie.
Neil, no, not at all. I'm just trying to remember what all of the characters.
Alexi Sale.
Alexi Sales, man. Yes, Alexi Sales.
And he was
so he was one of the producers. He was in the production team of what was it called? Comic.
He was an annoying boss. Come on, guys, just let me in. Just let me in for 5 minutes. I'm funny. Okay, Alexi, you're paying the bills. Come on.
He was actually, he had a show that he was quite funny in, man. He did have a show that he was quite funny in.
Dig Graves. Yeah, they're all right.
Neil was brilliant, man. Neil was my favorite. Neil and Eddie.
Surprise. Eddie, who was Eddie? Vivian or Rick or Special Patrol Group? I think Special Patrol Group is a stupid name for our
Oh God, that's quite a good impersonation, man.
Some of these, yeah.
I'm digging that impersonation. That's pretty good.
Vivian. Honestly, whenever anything explodes in this house, it's always bloody Vivian.
That's it, Vivian. That's his name, not Eddie. He was Eddie in Bottom.
Bottoms, yeah.
That's another one from the archive, man. From the 90s archive.
Nose up enough.
Before digital.
Good, yeah. That's when they used to make real,
That was back in the day.
It was written by the comedians who acted in it,
That was back in the day before iPhones, before computers, definitely before the internet. It was Ben Elton. Did you say Ben Elton? Yes, mate.
He wrote the young ones.
He wrote it.
He was in Fremantle. Yeah, he was a writer. Yeah, and he was in that one. He was that guy in where he was at the disco, and he's like, "It's a new show by young people for young people," and he was trying to be really. I still remember him doing that. But he lives just down the road from me. He's only like 10 minutes down the road.
Ben Elton lives just down the road from you.
Yeah.
Are you
He
freaking
married
shitting
an Aussie
me?
girl. Yeah.
Dude, why aren't you on his
you see him
doorstep,
out
man?
and about it.
Get it. See what he's saying. Say, yo,
I know,
Ben,
right?
right? We were big into you in the 90s, right? You were class. What's going on? What are you saying? Where have you gone?
I just want to
What are
knock
you
on his
doing?
front door, and when he opens it, I'm just going to say, "You're a complete bastard."
Yeah, Cam, I heard you talking about the disco one he did. Yeah, that was funny. Hey, really. We've got to be hip.
Yeah, we tried. Yeah. It's
Disco.
gotta be hip, yeah.
Yeah, I
He's
think
sitting there
that's
doing that white man dance.
yeah, that's propaganda. That's too true.
True.
That's a cracker.
Yeah. Trying to get all the hip young people to follow him. They
Comic
just had some
Strip
classics.
Presents.
If you haven't seen the
That's
young
what
ones,
it was.
definitely
Comic
go
Strip
check 'em out.
Presents. That was the production group
Yeah,
that
which one
Alexi
was
said.
that?
It was
Oh, that,
right.
that
So
had Vivian and that in it as well, didn't it? Or Aid Edmondson in it.
Comic Strip Presents did all of the
I
shows.
saw a
Like
couple of those.
they did Bad News about the band, about the rock band. Had Aid Edmondson, Rick Mail, Neil. I can't remember what his name is, but Neil from the Young Ones, he was in it. And then I can't remember who it was playing the drummer. And they played Reading Rock Festival. Got booed off the stage in Reading Rock Festival. It's brilliant, man. Brilliant.
They go and play at an actual festival.
Absolutely brilliant. 1980 something
That's
that
awesome.
happened.
A lot of stuff happened in the
Remember the
80s.
goodies? I don't know if you remember the goodies. Just
Oh, yeah.
Goody, goody,
Yes,
gum, yum.
goody, yum, yum.
Yeah.
Yes, we're not old, guys. We're not old.
Do you know what song
Yeah.
it went through?
Young adult, yeah.
So me and Roxanne have been chatting again. We're talking again almost every day. And the other day, the same song just came into both of our heads at the same time, pretty much. We both woke up with the same song in our heads, and that was "Here We Come, Walking Down the Street, Get the Funniest Looks from Everyone We Meet. Hey, we're the monkeys, don't stop monkeying around, 'cause we're too busy singing to bring anybody down." Yeah, man.
We're just trying to be friendly.
Yeah.
Now it's
Oh,
going to
God,
be
yeah.
going.
I can't remember where it goes after that. I always get, "We're just trying to get friendly."
Rich, did the bombs have banana splits?
Yes, mate, banana splits. Oh, I'm trying to remember what that music went like now. That was brilliant.
Na 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 na
Na. One banana, two banana, three banana, four. Yes.
The best show was Monkey Magic. That was the best.
Yes.
Oh, monkey. Taka.
That's what I wanted to be when I grew up.
Oh, God.
I think I did as well. A monk as well.
The
That was,
weirdest one, though, the weirdest one that just used to freak me out and scare me was HR Puffin stuff. Man, that was weird.
was what? Which one?
Remember
Never
with
saw
Richie
that.
Poo
Never
and
saw that. Yeah,
HR
never
Puffin
saw that.
stuff.
Say it again.
HR Puffin stuff. It was
I
freaky.
know the
Lovecraft.
name, but that's what
It
it
was
is.
a kids
yeah.
show, but it had like
Lovecraft.
all these
H.P. Lovecraft. Is that what you said?
HR. No, HR
Yeah.
Puffin stuff.
Yeah, I never saw that.
I don't know what that was.
Sounds pretty good.
Oh, man, that was freaky.
I still have Will o' the Wisp.
It'd be interesting to watch it now. It's one of those shows that they used to put out for kids that, was made by someone who was taking way too much LSD.
Yeah. Like most of them, I guess.
Do you remember Round the Twist?
Basically, a 70s show,
Round the Twist, man. That was based in Australia. That was before Home and Away.
Round the Twist.
Yeah, I've been in that lighthouse.
Yes, man. Yes.
It's down on the Great Ocean Road.
I love nostalgia, man.
Have you seen
It's a blimp
Spellbinder?
tie-off point.
Did you watch
It's
that?
not a lighthouse.
Do you remember that one?
What?
Nah,
What's that?
never.
John Levi mentioned it in a video a few months ago, and it's called Spellbinder, and it's about parallel worlds.
Spellbinder.
But
That
it's
rings a
pretty.
bell.
I remember watching it when I was a
Movie,
kid,
right?
and
Or a
it's got a
series.
lot to do with sort of what we're looking into with Tartaria and different timelines and Antiquitech. Like they show the castles with sparky bits at the top and everything, and
Spellbinder definitely rings a
Free
bell with me,
energy.
man.
It's like Golden Compass and
well, if you look it up, you'll
Dark
probably go,
Material
yeah, I
and
know
stuff
that.
like that. Blimps
Yeah,
just
Well,
going around.
This is the thing,
Is Golden
man, all this
Compass-
stuff in our heads, eh?
Is Golden Compass the one where the kids have the shine?
They have the there's
Golden
like parallel
with,
reality,
Nicole Kidman.
and they're traveling between the realities.
Yeah.
One of them, they have daemons, the daemons, which are animals. The other half of them, basically.
Yeah. What's the one where the kids have the shine?
Yeah.
What's the one where and he says, "Oh, the shine is really strong and the shine's really bright." In this one, what film is that? Where they got the shine?
In this one, they go on about the dust is Golden Compass and his Dark Materials.
Dust. That Lizzo French said dust.
Yeah, that's the
Flipper. Flipper. They call him Flipper.
Flipper, faster than lightning. No one you see is faster than he. Yeah.
Okay,
And
we're
what was
taking
that kid's
requests.
name? I can remember.
Yeah.
You probably didn't see it, but we had Skippy too.
Shiny.
What's that,
Can we-
Skippy? Dad's fallen down the well
Skippy.
again.
God.
Really, I need to go and build a. I need
What's-
to contact
what's-
Sergeant Merkel from the Australian Army. Oh, okay, Skip.
There's a place that keeps
Okay,
on
it's
calling
called-
me. Down the road is where I'll always be. And every step I make a new friend. Yeah, turn around, I'm gone again. Maybe tomorrow I'll wanna settle down. Until tomorrow I'll just keep moving on. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. The littlest hobo, man.
I know
Come
that.
on.
Oh,
The littlest hobo. Every
dog.
step I
The
take,
dog that used to
I
cruise
make a
around.
new friend. I turn around,
And, you
can't
know,
stay for
We don't get
long, I'm
enough
gone.
shows these days with animals as the stars.
Yeah.
We used to have Lassie,
Lassie.
and Skippy, and the littlest hobo, and but now where are the animals? Man, bring back the animal stars.
Oh, Black
Well-
Beauty. The horse, Black Beauty. Remember that?
Black Beauty,
No, I never got that
Black
one.
Beauty, Kimber, Kimber the White Lion is his name.
What about the cross-eyed lion? Thingy the cross-eyed lion.
What?
Oh, God. What?
Did he get
Clarence.
his crossed?
Clarence the cross-eyed lion. Do you remember that?
No, I never saw that one.
Oh, mate, that was brilliant.
You must have had that while we had Skippy.
What about years ago? This cartoon came out. It was called The Lost City of Gold.
Yes.
That was a good
Yeah, I remember that.
one. Yeah. Went
I
on
think
for a
I've
heap
seen
of
that one.
episodes. Yeah, that
I
was
remember
a good
that. It was, yeah, oh, God, I can see that.
It's
I can
full,
see the
it's full
intro.
Incas and there's flying
Yeah.
golden
I can
eagles
see
and they're
the-
full
I can
trying
see
to
the bloody
find.
intro to it, man, in my head.
Yeah,
I can remember the intro to it, the City of Gold.
yeah, it's pretty spiritual. It's pretty on to what
City
we'll
of
talk
Gold,
about.
Mm.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
was
I'm curious
interesting.
now.
Yeah.
So I've been watching Avatar, The Last
but here-
Airbender, the cartoon, the old cartoon, and I've been watching more recently. What I'm watching now is the next one on, which is The Legend of Korra, which is about Aang, who's the Avatar in the first one. He has a granddaughter called Korra, and it's all about, she becomes the Avatar. So it's all about the legend of Korra, and that both those are relevant to things like spiritually,
So much, isn't it?
esoterically.
I know.
just what they're talking about, like being a master of the elements and being an avatar. You're a master of all 4 elements, like fire, water, wind, and earth. Well, we have to try and think outside of the box and think about the labels that everything's been given a label now. So earth, wind, fire, and air. Those are labels, but it could actually mean something else, like emotions, and it could be a master of 4 aspects of being a human being. To be a master of your, to be an avatar, to be a fully functional avatar in this realm, where you are nothing can beat you, because you're.
Earth could be soul, emotions could be fire.
Yeah. Controlling your emotions. So fire is all about anger and controlling your anger. And
well, if you look at that too, like I look at water and air as basically being the same thing, just in a different state as well. And then looking at so water and air being everything, and then if we focus energy. So this is all energy, everything. And then if we focus energy, say fire or material, matter, earth sort of thing, where it's because it's the electricity through the water, basically. And that's what's creating your plasma, your fire, your earth, all of this as well. It's a breaking down, So it's kind of like a spectrum anyway. If you look at this like a spectrum, then you can put it on those layers as well. Like feeling is physical earth, and then it transmutes through fire, which is your feeling too. So fire. So a feeling is like anger. Let's look at anger, since that's the keyword. If we look at anger, it's a very what's the word I'm trying to get? It's focused. It's very focused energy and very intense focused energy, as opposed to the opposite of that, which is spread out, vast, varied, feel all sort of thing. So then transmuting. So transmuting becomes that flower.
And if you think also that our horoscopes are linked to those 4 elements, so like I'm on the Virgo Libra cusp, so I'm earth and air. I'm in the earth and air cusp, and then you've got Leo is a fire sign, isn't it? And Aquarius is actually an earth sign, I think, isn't it? It's not. I thought Aquarius would be a water sign, but it's not. It's not a water sign.
Air.
It is an air sign, yeah.
Yeah.
Air. Yeah.
What's the
Nice.
Aqua air, and then I've always thought that the air is just very, 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 very thin water. That's all air is, really, because there is substance to it. You can make it move. You can if you move your hand quickly, you can move the air. So there's something there. There are molecules there that you're moving. So it's just like water in that sense.
Well, think in terms of physics as well. It's dynamic, fluid dynamics.
Or look at the way that birds fly.
Everything is fluid dynamics, therefore everything is fluid. We are in a fluid medium.
And look at how starlings look at how starlings fly, and compare that to a shoal of fish. It's pretty much exactly the same. The way a big shoal of fish darts around and moves around and morphs shape, and then you look at starlings and they do exactly the same thing in the air. So what is the difference really? And it says in the scripture, separated the waters from the waters. So just separated these waters that we're in from the waters above and the waters below. The waters below, that's what we're drinking. That's our drinking water. The waters above is space. What we think of as outer space. I think that's the waters above, like a very thick saline soup or something, perhaps. And then this air that we're in, and then the water that we've got, and separated the waters from the waters. How many different types of water have we got going on here?
Exactly. And it's the separation points as well, which shows us what's, those points between spectrums where something's happening, where we can see something, where we like to put a line in the line where we go, this is a point where we can separate this spectrum now, where we can see things. And
what about that lake that exists at the bottom of the ocean? Like
sailing.
1,000 meters.
Yeah, how bizarre is that?
It proper laps up. It laps up against the shore. It's crazy, man.
So then you're seeing more layers, right? You're seeing more layers with depth. Yeah.
And then you got the ocean
and he tried to
plasma.
go into that lake with his submarine.
Yeah, so at different points in the ocean, you've got different salinities. So you can see
the Pacific and the Atlantic, where the Pacific and the Atlantic meet. There's a very, very defined line.
There's a color
between the two.
Yeah, and you can see the depth of it as well. So this is a massive amount of water moving in this current that's always flowing too. And there's 2 points actually. There's one in the north and there's one in the south where that crossover point is, where it's actually changing from hot to cool, you know, or cold to hot, whatever. So as the hot, it's going up, you know. So there's a massive amount of movement there created in the earth that we know about. You know, if we tapped into those things. Well, yes. So if you tap into that, how much energy do you get from that? Absolutely enormous amounts, you know. Well, and this is just from a natural river, you know, that's flowing. Energy is flowing, and you're tapping into that flow, you know.
The current. The current flows, and we get waves on the beach. Like how the energy travels in waves, how low you could.
And the current is an ongoing.
It's everywhere. Like there's so much free energy.
Yeah. Multi-layered. The word current. The word current is multi-layered, isn't it?
Current. Yeah.
But it doesn't. Do you know what's interesting about the word current?
And it doesn't. Situation.
It has multiple narratives attached to it. It's not so much of a label, or it can be used as a label. You can say this is current, this is now, or you can say there is a current running through this. But it's not. If you say current, it could be a current bun.
Say, I really like black currant.
I like a currant bun, please. Spotted dick, anyone?
Spotted dick, please.
I've got cream for that.
The people they call spotted dicks.
It's just currant bun, isn't it?
They all eat all sorts of things over there.
Where did they get that from?
It was just a game that, you know, when you saw Richie.
Where did that come from?
Like, you're going to have to investigate that one for us, Richie.
Here's a bun, and it's got currants in it. Looks a bit like my penis. Looks like a spotted dick. What?
says Richard.
Oh. So this guy called Richard sits down to dinner, sits down for breakfast, and his wife's got him currant buns, but he's come down with the measles, and she says, "Oh, Richard, you look a lot like that bun there. Oh, spotted dick." Yeah.
I think it was named after an ex-prime minister that got the plague.
Well, yeah. Named after.
Oh, there we go. Check out fucking Mr. Know-It-All in the background. Crikey.
That was a joke.
I took you seriously.
But the most probable thing. Yeah.
That's
so
what I guess.
What are people in the chat room saying? I can't see the chat room. What are people in the chat room?
Hello, QR.
Oh, Sonia's there. Hey, Sonia.
DC.
Sonia, I thought Sonia was coming in.
Hello. Yeah, I thought Sonia was coming on. What are you doing, Sonia?
Sonia, you're not coming in.
Astrid, there's a
I'd love to meet you, Sonia.
Telegram, Skype, Sonia.
I'd love to meet you.
Robert, Mr. Greenfinger says, hell yeah. Lizzo French says, toad in the hole. What's toad in the hole? Is that? Toad in the hole. Yeah. Pastry? Is that what toad in the hole?
It's done in it's done in batter. It's done in like, you know, like Yorkshire pudding. It's done in like Yorkshire pudding batter. So sausages in Yorkshire pudding batter.
Stuff like that here,
I don't know where the toad came from.
We don't have Yorkshires or pudding.
Do you know what my mum used to say? You ask her what's for dinner, she'd say shit and sugar.
Oh,
Or duck under the
at least it
table.
was sweet tasting shit.
Duck under the table and air pie. What?
Tone Deaf
Duck under
says that they roll spotted dick long. And that's why. Hence. Hello, Sayonara. How you going? Two little fish. Liza Nord. Health.
Sayonara.
God, I can't even read.
Okay, so
Sayonara. Sayonara is awesome.
Hey, Sayonara.
Hello, Say. SP369. You just have no. You are dealing with contracts. Benefit you can wiggle out of them. I have no idea, but yes, I agree. So men would talk straight dick. Okay.
Sorry, I heard.
I wonder if they compare sizes of their dicks. I see your spotted dick is as big as mine. I wonder if that.
and I raise you a stripy dick.
Oh
It's
no!
layered. It's a layered cake. It's very yum.
I raise you
Who's
this
first?
big, swollen, plump apricot, which represents my left testicle.
And you wonder why Sonia's not
Oh,
coming on.
God.
Guys. Serious.
Exactly. Come on, Sonia. You need to come in and settle us. This is
Balance-
what happens when you get three
balance
males
sausage party.
on a, you know.
I was trying to think of something even funnier to say, but my
Together.
brain wasn't working fast enough. So I've lost. It's because I can't.
Ecky thump.
That'd be the coffee.
Ecky thump.
I'm gonna make a hot chocolate as well.
Is Ecky thump is that goodies? Was Ecky thump the goodies or was that Python? Can't remember. It was the goodies, wasn't it? Ecky
I don't think it was
Ecky thump. Do you remember that?
Don't think it was Python.
Python was good. Python.
Python
Can you
was.
guys hear me? Come on.
This week I shall be masturbating with. No, it's Mr. Gumby. Mr. Gumby, wasn't it? Do you remember that, Mr. Gumby? Mr. Gumby.
Diamonds. Always look on the bright side of life.
Sonia's still in her PJs. That's okay, Sonia. We won't judge.
Cup of tea. Grab yourself a cup
Shane.
of tea.
Shane was out. Morgan. Zal. Ancient Lancastrian martial art. Oh,
The
sounds
goodies.
interesting. I like martial arts.
Oh, crap.
Morgan. I hear. Oh gosh. I hear Campbell. Fine, mate. Oh, good. Thank you.
It's not martial
Plains
law.
Drifter. The goodies, along with the Funky Gibbon. Oh, the Funky Gibbon. I haven't seen the Funky Gibbon. Sounds like a good dancer, though. Goody, goody, yum, yum. Kids in the hall, the goodies.
Do you remember
Shepherd's
Spike
pie.
Milligan?
Shepherd's pie. He's not the Messiah. He's just a very naughty boy. It's merely a
What about-
freshman. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. That was a good one.
Will o' the Wisp.
42.
Oh, what's
Remember
the
Tim
answer?
Brooke-
What's the answer? I don't know. What's the question? We need to create a computer to calculate what the question was.
Work out what the question was.
And what's the answer?
That's
42.
so true. I think that's where we are right now.
42.
Right?
Which I reduced to 6. 6 is
Yeah.
the number of 10. 6 is your half cycle.
Exactly.
Did
Exactly.
Did you remember?
So,
Is it Tim Book Taylor from the Goodies? It was Tim Book Taylor, wasn't it? Tim from the Goodies.
the blonde dude.
Yeah, remember
Yeah,
his
blonde
little
guy.
cameo? Remember his little cameo on Willy Wonka? His little cheating robot.
On the original.
No, was he in
Yeah.
Willy Wonka?
Yeah. He's got the machine that tells him where the golden ticket's going to be, and the machine spits out, "Well, I'm not going to tell you."
yes.
Cool. And his own machine calls him a cheat.
I am now telling the machine exactly where he can put his golden ticket.
Yes.
You have to watch Willy Wonka again, obviously.
Oh, man.
Mate, the Willy Wonka, where in the original Willy Wonka, when
The
all
original one.
it's hilarious. The people trying to find the when they're trying to find the ticket. Oh, it's hilarious.
Oh, man. And when they're going through the tunnel. When they're going through the tunnel, man.
Children's movie.
I just always remember that. Always remember that going through
Did
the
the
tunnel.
side
Yeah.
All the
thing.
crazy
I love
images.
the math. I love the math teacher. If you remember the math teacher,
Oh yeah. They're working out.
yeah,
the
they're working out percentage, and he can't work out young
one.
Yeah, because he only brought one.
I can't work that out.
work that out.
It's about true. That's mad. Let's just say you had 100.
Yeah.
It's our sugar
Oh
fantasy.
man, I remember. I can see that actor as well. I can't remember what his name is. He was in a few things back in the
Gene
70s and
Hackman?
80s.
He's awesome.
Oh, the kid, or Gene Hackman was a good actor. Gene, what did I say? Did I say Hackman? Gene Wilder. Yeah, God.
Yeah, Gene Wilder. Gene Hackman was.
Gene Wilder. Yeah, not.
He was a bit more serious.
Like a tough guy. He was like a cop. He played lots of cops and stuff.
He was. Gene Hackman was the bad guy in Superman, wasn't he? He was Mr. God, what was his name?
He stole all the bits of bits of sense.
It was in the first Superman movie.
The very first
he was like the business
and he went out and he got a
tycoon
computer program, and he stole all the bits of cents, like all the fractions of 1 cent that were out floating around. He got them all, and it was worth back then millions of dollars, and that's why he was the biggest, this master thief.
And everyone had no sense.
I mean, pretty smart. If you ask me.
That's where all the sense went.
lose all your sense.
Exactly, yeah. Well, he had a lot of sense in the end. Lex Luthor. Was that who he played? Lex Luthor?
Lex Luthor. That's the one. Lex Luthor.
Right.
Lex Luthor. Always looks at you.
Hey, just while we're talking WAS, right? While we're talking WAS, can I did you see my latest video? WAS, yeah. Just talking WAS.
I haven't seen any videos in the last.
Can you share the screen and just watch my latest video? Because I think it's quite funny.
I'm gonna mute up.
Yeah, I'm gonna mute as well. It's called Hello.
Is it on
Hello, Common
00?
Sense.
On 007?
Yeah, I think it's on 007. Yeah.
Wade through all the bloody James Bond stuff to find you. 007. Cut it off.
No. Hello, Common Sense. It's a short. So it's a short. It's only like 52 seconds long or something.
Give me. Hello, Common Sense. Okay. All right. Okay. What do we do here? Let's see.
I was having a conversation with somebody in the treehouse with who was it? It was oh God, it wasn't Andrea. But anyway, I was chatting with her in the treehouse, and I suddenly had this inspiration to do it. So
all right. Can you see that?
yeah. Full
Right,
screen it, man.
Oh, how do I full screen it?
Oh, just on the right side.
I've lost one of my screens, and so I'm trying to do this from one screen, and it's not easy. Oh gosh, now I've lost. What are you doing? Sitting? Oh, okay, I can move that. Okay. Okay. Full screen. There. Okay. There you go.
Hi there. Yeah, hi. Is that Common Sense? Hi. Yes. I'm calling on behalf of the general public. Unfortunately, I regret to inform you that we no longer have a position for you here with the general public. So I'm terribly sorry. If you'd just like to clear out your desk and make your way out of the building as quickly as possible. Okay, we don't want to have to call security, but yeah, you're not welcome here anymore. So common sense. Thanks very much. P45 will be in the post. Take care of yourself. Don't get hit by a bus.
And good advice. Don't get hit by a bus.
Don't get hit by a bus.
What I like best about that picture,
Magic bus.
that mask that dude's wearing, it covered up everything but what they want you to cover up. I think we should all start going out in those. Where's your mask? What do you mean? I've got a full face mask on. It's not covering your mouth. And
I have a shield. Face shield.
I have a mask and a face shield.
Excuse me. Do you?
I haven't had to.
I got a face shield. It's my face shield.
Yeah. I got the beard one, right? I got a beard. What are you talking about? Do you wear a mask?
Have you had the yeah? Okay, I'm sorry. I'll see you later.
That's the awkward conversation now, isn't it? Have you had the?
Yeah. And how are you feeling? Yeah, you're not feeling too. Okay, so yours wasn't the saline. Okay, no problem. Nice to meet you.
Right.
No, I've been fine, man. I've been fine. Oh, you must have had vial 1. That was the saline.
Yeah.
Try and see which number.
Then we'll see what happens.
Try and see which number your vial had on it. 1, 2,
Pfizer
or 3.
1 or Moderna 2? Like.
Was Moderna in it? Moderna 1, 2, or 3.
Please.
Moderna.
Liking at me.
Sorry, we shouldn't actually mention that.
Oh yes, sorry. The modern one.
It's all starting to come out too, man.
Well, it is.
If anyone did go ahead and get the first one, don't whatever you do get the booster, because that's like a catalyst that's setting it off. Like, so many people are fine with the first one, they have a booster and they're just
because the first one was probably saline.
Yeah, well,
yeah, or it had
just
something in it that got.
Think about what's being
done
done and how it would need to be done.
I think it's more.
As a poker player, I got to say, your odds just get worse. Yeah, your odds get worse and worse as you go on.
Yeah,
I think look at the reasons and the reasons why people have chosen what they've chosen. Really look at those reasons and then say that every time. How long does this go for?
At the end of the day,
it's a matter of looking at ourselves, our own choices. Sorry, it's a bit of a delay on there.
What we've got to realise as well is that it's fear on both sides. It doesn't matter if you choose to take it or you choose not to take it. It seems to be fear that's driving either decision. You're either scared of the virus or you're scared of the repercussions if you don't do it, and so you get it, or you're scared of the actual thing itself. Or you're scared of the repercussions of socially, if you get, like there might be people within our community that don't want to admit that they might feel better if they got it, but they don't want to admit it to the community because we'll all go, rah, 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 right? And people are feeling stifled.
And that's a battle.
They're feeling restricted.
That's a battle they're going through. That is the journey that they're going through, and it's right in front of their face. Their feelings are right there too. So it is a matter of processing those feelings. As it comes, processing those feelings.
Before you make the decision.
The thing is, to be able to process them, you really have to detach from them. You have to be able to sit back from them and say, whoa, I'm feeling angry now.
Yeah.
Why am I feeling angry? What's making me angry?
Observe just what's happening, and that's the detachment. So that's where you are detaching from it, where now you have control over it. You know, it's like we choose too. It's not like you're saying
the
no to
world.
everything and I don't feel nothing. It's you have that control over everything you do. If you have that control, why would you be angry? Why would you be scared? It doesn't make sense.
Exactly.
Why would you
Once
choose
you understand that,
Exactly.
yeah,
And-
you've created it all, and you get to recreate it if you want. Then, you know,
And
Recreating
people,
is re-choosing too, right? Recreating is re-choosing. So when we go back or we look at that fear or whatever, now we get to make that choice again. We made it once already. You know, you've already made the choice. Now you have to understand it. Unless we look at that pain and go back, stop ignoring things, look back within ourselves, and then have that opportunity to re-choose. Because all it is, again, is a subconscious. Because once you've made that choice, it becomes subconscious, and you are this from now on. You know, so your experiences change from that.
a lot of people are probably asking, or could be asking, because I know it's a question that I used to ask, was how do I detach? Like in the moment when I'm feeling it's no good. I'm in the moment. I'm not thinking about stuff like that. I'm just in the moment and I'm angry. And so in the beginning it is really difficult. It's not something that you can do in the moment. It's something you always have to. You start off by reflecting back,
bringing
You
yourself
start
back
off
all the
by-
time. Right?
Once you've calmed down, and you
process,
reflect
for sure.
back and you observe what happened. You think about what happened. And you observe it in your mind. Why did I react like that? What, when was the moment when I snapped or whatever it was, and then after a while, I think the quickest way to do it is to literally. It's a thought game. It's like a let's pretend that I'm now sat on a couch watching a movie, and this is what's happened to the character in the movie, and I'm sat here and I'm just observing it. Like, oh, look at this! Look at what's happened to this guy now. What's he gonna do? But I've got this intimate knowledge of this guy here that's on the screen, but I'm detached from it. It's okay. It's just a movie. It doesn't matter what's happening.
Yeah.
And that's I think that's a much faster way of being able to doing something like that.
Yeah.
What I mean,
be in the world, but not of the world.
Yeah. And be like a child in that respect. Allow yourself to be like a child in that respect and say, no, I'm not actually in this situation right now. I'm watching this on a TV. This is funny. And be able to actually do that. Allow yourself to do that.
That's basically what happens anyway. I mean, if you catch yourself angry, you go, why am I angry?
Yeah. Whoa, hang on a second. What happened here?
That's that mind shifting, and and you're resetting it too. So you might make that choice, but it's still going to come around again. These things still come around again, and you reiterate that choice. If you haven't processed why that trigger, why that happened, if you haven't been able to process that and understand that, so that you can see it before it even happens next time, you can see it coming a mile off next time. It's like, oh, I can see where this is going to go. Okay. I'm on guard now. I know.
I'm prepared. I'm prepared for it. And this time, I'm not going to do this. This time, I'm just going to sit back quietly and say nothing.
Well, you've just opened yourself up, haven't you? You've gone, what's my other options?
Created a neural pathway, neural pathway.
Yeah, you haven't limited yourself again.
No,
you've now got opportunity, option. You've opened your limits.
Opened it up. Yeah.
I found a big thing that's happened to me in the last couple of weeks is and it's given me peace, and I'm so awake to it, is the desperation that's showing on the mainstream, and that they're just desperate.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
It's just comical.
It's beautiful to watch.
And it's the desperation is
Boris Johnson. Did you see Boris Johnson floundering at the CB at the business thing, the business forum,
when he was talking about
Peppa Pig and that?
Yeah, he's
I don't like your blah blah. talking to a room of businessmen, top level businessmen. They didn't just send the office boy, the photocopier down there. They sent their top level brass down there to go and listen to at the business forum, they're doing their networking, they're doing all of that. And he's there talking to them about Peppa Pig. Not one of them's looking at him. They're all like this, like, Peppa Pig. What the fuck did he just say?
Well, they know
Peppa
it's
Pig.
not for them. It's just for the media, right? And in Australia, our
like
politicians in Tasmania, the Greens, have gone berserk. They're out there like yelling at people, like literally, we want to lock you up, you anti-Vs, and how dare you not like our apple juice? Rah rah rah! You're this. So the Northern Territory dude who's doing all the stuff, he was going off about, even if you've had the apple juice and you think that other people have a choice not to have it, you're anti-apple juice. Stuff you. It's like,
I don't like apple juice,
they're
man.
just losing their crap in front of us now.
Yeah,
It's awesome.
that was the bloke that couldn't blink, was it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I know, right? He went for about 3 minutes without blinking.
That'll be the amphetamines that they.
Yeah, Max had something to say about that.
Well, that's impossible.
Max Egan.
Did you see that video of Dan Andrews? There's this video of Dan Andrews, and he's a premier of Victoria, and it's before a press
I
conference.
can't
and it's just
stand
him
that man.
standing on the stage with his back, and he's got his back to the audience, and you just see him, and he's doing something, but you just see the back of him.
Oh yeah, that
then
looks like he's having a
and starts talking to people. Like he's in
Dan
there.
Andrews is the worst, mate.
Oh, yeah,
He is the
already
worst out of all of them. He is one of the worst. His whole
he's-
attitude, like the way he leans up and he just looks at everybody like they're a piece of shit.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, well, I've
I
got
don't
two
know,
boys
is
in
he human?
Victoria, so I know all about him.
Yeah, buddy.
I reckon
he's
And it's
He's
called
got
Victoria. It's called
Yeah.
Victoria.
Well, if they're
Yeah.
Victoria's,
Victoria.
I used to live there, and
Australia's full of it. Queensland.
yeah, and I travelled Australia for about 8 years, and Victoria, I found at the time, this was way before, this was 10, 15 years ago. I found if when I was working in New South Wales, if you had a union meeting or something. Sonia.
Hey, Sonia.
Yes, it's Sonia.
Okay, I just got out of bed. I'm still in my PJs.
Oh.
At least I put a bra on for you.
Oh man,
Oh, very nice.
I was
all the
up
boys
late
are
last
disappointed.
night.
I wasn't even looking there. man. Sonia, it's really good to meet you. Can I just jump in really quickly and say I've never actually been on a live stream with you. I've only ever watched you with Cam, and I love it. I love watching you. I like the energy that comes off you is amazing. Your laugh is second to none, and yeah, love watching you, man.
Oh, thank you.
Sorry,
My
we
voice is gonna
just
be a bit rough. I just woke
cut
up.
you off completely.
Say that again.
Continue. Oh, he's gone. Oh, we just. What's your mate's name, Callum? Sorry,
What's going on?
I've forgotten. Callum, can you hear me?
Let's say Jonathan.
Is there anybody
Let's
out
just
there?
say Jonathan.
Jonathan.
Peter.
For
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry for cutting you off, Jonathan. You can come back and talk.
It's Peter.
All right. It's Peter.
Can't much be that important.
Oh, he goes, I can't remember what I was talking about. It mustn't have been that important.
No, we just let Sonia in midstream and it all went. All right, welcome, Sonia. Welcome to the stream. Everyone's saying
Well,
hello. Love you, Sonia. Everyone's loving you.
I'm
you in
doing
the
pretty
chat.
well. Yeah, I've been having some really angry issues with some of the stuff going on in this reality. Of course, if we're not angry about this stuff, you're half dead already. If you don't feel anything at this point, something's really wrong with you. I mean, oh my gosh.
We're seeing it, though. We are seeing exactly that. As soon as you had said it in your video a while ago, it was only like last week, really.
Yeah.
and then I've just noted
Yeah.
activate, everywhere, and that's what I've seen, and that's what's been the action point.
Yeah.
And it's that focused energy that is needed.
Yeah.
Anger
A
is
lot
a
of times-
doing thing, so it
A
must.
lot
There's
of
gotta
times
be-
when,
Anger is a tool.
yeah,
But
a
it's
lot of
energy.
times when I'm
It's
pointed
energy,
somewhere
exactly,
and
it's a
something's
tool.
happening to me, it's because it needs to be out there. I've made a lot of videos before a lot of stuff came out, and it's like I'm always pointed where I need to focus, and I am being pointed like a little dog. Go this way, go that way, go this way. You need to address this. And it's coming from my higher self and others. So,
And that's that
I
flow.
think
So long
we're
as you
all
stay in
in
that flow,
all
it's
big
like you
common.
have to do what you have to do. You
Yeah.
don't really have a choice about it, because
No,
it is part of that trust. I trust this experience that I'm going through right now because I put myself here. I know I
My
can
biggest-
handle it. I always have.
my biggest thing, Colin, and you know this, I wanted out of this for a long time now, and I can't leave. I have to keep doing what I'm doing. I wanted to put out my information. Wham, bam. I did it all. I'm done. I'm out. And I just keep getting pulled back in. It's like, no, you can't leave yet. It's like,
I know.
Yeah.
I want to get off the merry-go-round, man. Stop spinning it so
It's a long
fast.
ride.
It's a roller
It's
coaster,
not-
man. It's a
so
roller
good.
coaster, and I've always enjoyed a roller coaster. I've always gone back. Go on, can we go again? Go on. Still one more
I
time.
love them too.
Roller coasters are all right, but it's just getting so intense lately. Like I try and get days off and book them, and then the day comes and the world decides to collapse, and I have to do all this stuff, and it's so annoying. But
Do you know what? My
thing,
where
and
my
I'm
perception has
running-
changed so strongly over the last 3-4 weeks, where my perception has changed so dramatically. It's like, I don't know, it's weird. It, like I said about it being background information, really. It's on one level it's happening, and on the other level within your own personal movie, the only way it's happening is as background information that you're seeing on the screen, or you're reading in the paper, or you're reading in the magazine, or something, or you're hearing, but that it's not actually something that you're involved with yourself. It's only through the screen that you're involved with it, and energetically you're involved with it. So you're sharing the compassion for the victims, and and also the desire for justice against the people. But I think it's really important not to get too carried away on the anger, because anger's a really good tool in fighting. If you're fighting, if you can get your opponent angry, then they're more likely to make a mistake than you are. So they know that. So if they get us too angry, we're going to make mistakes. People are going to jump the gun. People are going to get, and it's also, it's a dangerous energy to be, it's a good fuel. But it's really important, I think, to be able to stay detached from it. And see it just as a
when
fuel.
does it become righteous anger, right?
I think
When
it's
you see
always
something-
righteous. I think our anger is always righteous.
Well, only if you have done something right. So it's afterwards.
When-
It's after.
Oh, yeah.
It's what did this anger do? Right. I mean, there can be anger out there that's unjust, and there can be anger there that is just. And what is just is just. It's just there. You'll feel it through your heart. You'll feel it, right?
Oh.
But it's up to you what to do. There's a reason why
It's
you're
how you express it. It's how you
feeling it too.
express
I mean, process years of anger.
Mm.
Yeah, I have processed years
Oh.
of anger, so I don't feel anger to the extent that I did.
No.
But when there is an anger come up within me, there is a reason for that anger to be there, and it still needs to be processed. That's a raw emotion that's there. And so if you're using that, you're going, now this is because what you're feeling there too is the group as well. You're feeling what's happening on a larger scale as well.
Yeah, on a
Right.
yeah.
And that's to acknowledge, that's to be aware of, that's to process for yourself as well.
So it's what you do with that energy, because so anger is an energy, it's a fuel. What are you going to do with that fuel? Are you going to just spit that fuel at people, or are you going to use it to actually, you know, to actually drive something, to drive a movement, or to drive
my own personal expansion, awareness,
growth.
For me, a lot of my anger was for me. I didn't share it with anyone else. I didn't yell at people. Well, I did, you know.
I bet you.
But a lot of it was for me. It was my own. It was my own bullshit. I created that anger in that moment. So that's stuff that I had to get rid of and go, that's me. I created that. That's wrong. You know, that's not how I want to live.
Misplaced. No. It's misplaced, isn't it? It's all about because so much of the world at the moment is operating on misplaced anger. The divisions that we've got and the arguments that friends have when you have a huge argument with your friend and it's over something really stupid, but that it's got really heated and really nasty things have been said, and it's like, whoa, where's all that anger come from? Because it's not the two of you. It's misplaced anger from something else that's happened earlier in the day or whatever. And that's actually something that they cover in Blackadder the Third. He says, Blackadder says, yeah, that's just the way of life, isn't it? I kick the cat does the thing, and they did it, and it goes on. You're like, whatever happens, the bad thing happens to this person, they pass it on to the next person, who passes it on to the next person, who ends up getting killed.
Yeah. You know, it's all based on one thing.
That's
fear.
When we think.
Most things are only based in fear. Why did you get angry? Because you were afraid that this was going to overtake whatever. I mean, everything is based in fear. And
why'd you get jealous?
Some of the fears because of past, consequences of things that have happened. If, we see what's happened before. If you don't find your righteous anger, we know what road we're going to go down.
Look, if anybody that's got children, I don't know if you've ever had a situation where I'm talking from experience of when I was young and I was the child that disappeared, went off for too long. Mum and dad got really worried, really scared. They were really worried for me. And when I finally sauntered on in through the door, they went mental at me, really angry. And I'm like, but if you care about me, why are you so angry? Why did you just hit me if you were so scared? And it's like, because you're angry, because they got angry because they got so scared. And they didn't need to be scared. So they were, like you say, anger is just misplaced fear, isn't it? It's or fear in a different, state.
Even frustration.
Yeah.
Frustration.
Fear is that everyone's going to be dying around me.
Is it the frustration that you're feeling every time you try to speak, Cam?
Yes. And here's the thing.
Yeah.
You can't shut this mouth.
Yeah.
I don't care. I'm going to say what I want to say, and you're not going to shut me down. And this is my biggest problem with people, because they're like, no, I don't want to hear it. They're the little monkeys. Hear no evil, see no evil, say no evil. Let's pretend everything is okay. Let's just keep pretending everything is okay.
Don't burst my bubble, man. Don't burst my bubble.
That's it. And I'm here to burst your bubble. I'm here to shake you up, take a bucket of cold water and get you out of bed. I'll put ice in it if I have to.
My sister actually said that to me. My sister actually said that to me. She said to me last year, or the year before last, it was the year before last, she said to me, look, Rich, I know these things that you keep trying to get me to look at. I know that you're not stupid, and I know there's something in them, but my reality at the moment is actually really nice. I like my life. It's comfortable. I like, there's a lot of love in my family. There's a lot of love in my reality at the moment, and I don't want to burst that bubble. I'm like, that's what it is, isn't it? You don't, because you've got a nice comfortable bubble, so you don't want to burst that. Whereas other people, their bubbles aren't so comfortable. And some of us, our bubbles burst a long time ago.
Yeah.
And they're not afraid to keep bursting.
The comfortable bubbles are the ones that need the bursting the most.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
problem
It's
is we
not.
all want to be happy. I want to be happy too. I want to have a nice reality. But how is that supposed to happen when so many of us, we don't know, but we're coming to a quick stop. And we've done things that are quite stupid. And this whole thing about it doesn't affect me, it's going to affect you. It's going to affect every single one of us in this snow globe. We'll have no choice but to face it. It's happening now.
If you have faced it, if you've kind of faced up to it, and you've done your own work, and you've faced up to yourself as well, because a lot of people, the problem is they're looking at these things, but they've got their own issues going on as well, and how that has affected them is affecting how they're perceiving what's going on the outside as well, because maybe they're already in a position of fear. Maybe they're already living in fear because of what's going on actually in their life rather than in the background information. And so when they look at the background information as well, it's like, oh my God, the whole world, we actually live in hell, you know? And then there's other people that just don't see any of it. No. And they do recognize it, and they do say, yeah, it's there, we see it. But you know what? In my life, it's not, it doesn't exist in my life. Like Cam, right? Because you don't accept any of it, so it doesn't come to your doorstep. The only time you really have to deal with it is through the screen, isn't it? When you're interacting with people, discussing it, talking about it. But when you walk out of your front door, you've already said in Perth, you're not really seeing that much of it. That is looking like it's going to change. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know how it's really crazy. I don't know what's going on in Australia anymore, man. Don't know what's going on over there anymore.
Yeah, Perth is all underhanded. We're the opposite to the East Coast. They're trying to bring it all in without anyone knowing. Like in Victoria, it's all in your face, all over the media. In Perth, it's all underhanded. I can't say too much, but they're having school excursions to apple juice factories, and a lot of the time the parents don't even know.
No way.
Yeah, it's getting really bad. So they're doing that kind of stuff.
So they want
the door-to-door stuff up north.
They want the little ones asking for it. They want the little ones overriding their parents, because in England it's law now. The parents don't really have any say. If the child says they want it, they can have it.
Law at 14.
Policing the parents. Policing the parents. Telling off on their parents.
Trying to pass it for 5.
5 to 11.
It's like 1984. Remember, and that guy, and he had the daughter.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Or whatever, and they joined that dobbing that group, and they go around and dob on everyone. And
she turns around,
and he was like, "Oh, my kid." He saw this person, and he dobbed them in, and he's like, he noticed the shoes weren't right, and they're like, "Oh, I'm so proud of my kid. Yeah, that person got put to death." And then, of course, what happens a month later? The dad says something wrong.
And she turns on him. Wow. But they've already actually released an article speaking about how they're doing that. They've actually okayed it for the police to use kids without the parents' consent to spy on the families. They talked about that last year, man. That's
are we talking about Nazi?
That's a very real thing.
Snow globe here now. No more Nazi Germany, Nazi snow globe. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's what it is at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah.
Gotta go into the future, like JCK talks about going into, create the future and then go and view life from there. Isn't it great? Yeah. We've already got this. Wasn't it crazy when all that,
That's the idea
because, because reality is actually always just a bit of what we're perceiving. And so if we
you're always creating too. We're all creating it. We're all creating it together, though. So it's a matter of not creating this horror, right? It's being aware of the horror.
Thing is one of the main reasons they want everyone to get jabbed is not because of us, because we're on the death list. It's for the ones that will be born Borg. They are already hooked up uterally to the AI while they're being developed. You as a
I'm not
parent
sure.
will have a zero function. They are the beginning of the gray species. And
I'm
this
not
is
so
why
sure that
they
there's
came
many
back.
babies going to be born.
What?
I'm not so sure there's many babies going to get born.
They
Well,
don't need a lot. They only need a few.
No, well, the ones
And I'm
that are
talking
getting born,
hundreds.
they've all got
I can
black
tell you
eyes
that
and-
the
and
human
yeah,
body
yeah,
is
yeah.
adaptive and adapts
Yeah.
really well.
And the
has
ones that get,
adapted
and the ones that
extremely
do
well
survive,
to
the ones that
poisons.
do survive will be the ones that have assimilated the new. They will
AI.
be, like you say, they'll be the Borg. Yeah.
They're the Borg.
Yeah.
This one
See,
person
this
had
is-
come on, and I
we're-
can't
we're- yeah,
remember
we're-
where
we're
I saw
going
it.
back
Somebody gave me
through
something. And they
time.
said, the only
The
thing that
Borg.
matters is the babies. Nobody else matters. And then I looked into it, and it's like, oh, crap. They want everyone vaccinated, whether it be the male or the female. As long as you have it inside of you, you get pregnant, you are automatically giving your genetic damaged material, which is not damaged. It's actually designed this way. Everything that's in there is done so it can invade the embryo and the sperm. It doesn't matter if one is vaxxed and one is not vaxxed. It doesn't matter. As long as one is vaxxed, you've got a Borg baby. And once you have a Borg baby, there's no going back from that. It's not like we can revert back to what we are now. A prime example is look at the Aboriginals. They have the original blood, which we all had at one time. And then we were genetically manipulated from there. You want to know why they want the Aboriginals? Because they're ground zero for more experiments on their DNA. That's why they want their DNA, because they are ground zero. Not even the Amish can claim that because they've been tampered with too, but they haven't been. Every pocket of this reality has been tampered with, except for the Aboriginals. And that's why they want their blood, because then they can go off with new experiments.
But
I like to think of them as originals.
Yeah, they are the originals. We all were the originals at one point.
Yeah.
And it didn't matter if you were black, white, green, purple, or blue.
I wrote a song called The Originals. I wrote a song called The Originals last week or the week before last. I think it's quite good. We are the originals. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, Sonia, just with that, you're saying with that, the greys, I've heard a lot of people saying that lately, and I never forget about 15 years ago, something like that, I was sitting at a doctor and there was some magazine like Time magazine or something. And in this magazine, they interviewed, I don't know, 20 people and they're all facial experts. Like their job was, if you find a skull, they would give you a face recognition on that skull so detectives could find, identify the body in that. And every one of these people gave a description, because it was in one of these corporation-run magazines as well. Everyone, the question was what humans would look like in 300 years, and every one of them, based off this facial recognition, what we got today, how it developed, every one of them gave an alien grey's face at the end, what would look like in 300 years. So there's that subliminal messaging in what, it's, and I'll never forget that interview, that article.
Wow.
I do look a bit like an alien, so when I shave my head.
And
South Park do an episode on it where in 300 years they all come back and steal the jobs and they all look the same.
Yes.
Yeah.
The language they speak,
So yes, that's something I've been.
It's been out there
pondering,
for a very long time.
You need to get a stool or a chair, man. You need or a box. Get a box or something. Pull it up.
Hey, Callum, you're not a very good host.
He's got the couch.
Is it as just standing around?
It's like the talk show host guy on the behind the piano. He's never on. He just pops in every now and again with a little cameo bit. Like, come on, give us a tune on the piano, man.
Play the piano. Guitar, maybe. Guitar.
Ah, there we go. That's even better.
Wait. Get to it then.
We haven't got one.
I've got one here.
Right.
We got some at home.
I got a flute. Yeah.
What were we saying? Oh my gosh, we've been on here for 2 hours, 20 minutes. Or, 2. Oh,
You have to wonder why the
no
Greys
more
came
50-hour
back
Bernie marathon.
to try to undo all the damage that was done. Because it's a dead-end scenario.
Mm.
It'll get to the point where the only thing that's viable is cloning, and that is a dead-end scenario. They came back to stop what's happening now. And I tell you, if we hadn't done the redo, because I talk about we did a redo, all of us would have been vaccinated by now because we wouldn't know any better. The redo gave us time to get out some of this information so that
Was
people
this
could
2012?
wake up before it's too late. And I've been
Was
doing
this
everything I can
2017?
to do something about this. I don't want to see our species come to a dead end. I don't, because AI is overtaking us again. This has happened before.
It's happened. Yeah, exactly. This is, like you said, how the Greys were started.
Do you know why it happened before?
They chose the modification
Yes, I
route.
do.
Do you know why it happened before?
The AI.
Why
Yes, I
I
do.
think it happened before? I think it's because something about our consciousness hadn't. I think we've reached a point. Our consciousness has evolved to a point now where we are able to actually take control. We're able to own who we are, take our sovereignty back, and it's all to do with our consciousness. And I think that's all to do with the energy flows around, like we weren't as conscious beings, as energetic conscious beings. We had to reach a point in our conscious evolution to be able to carry to act as the conduit, to be able to connect the energy, to raise the vibration for others to be able to see, for others, for the veil to lift, for the others to be able to actually see. So like I was saying to Callum earlier, to Campbell earlier, I think that we're like the star thoughts, we're doing somehow, in some way, kind of what the star thoughts were doing by reconnecting these good energies, this good piezo electricity energy, this natural, this spark that's created by two crystals bouncing off each other. And that's what we're doing. We're bouncing off each other. We're not fighting. We're not locking horns. We're not letting egos get involved. We've recognized that the ego has to take a back seat and just listen to your heart, man. Don't try not to get triggered. Don't get to, you have to be able to detach all that work that we have to do that I spent 20 years doing and didn't even realize. Spent 8 years going, what is it that I have to do? What is it that I have to do? And then realize, oh shit, yeah, I've been doing all of that. Right, okay then. So what comes next, man? What comes next? And boom, and it's suddenly crystal clarity.
The main thing is most people are asleep. You know this.
Yeah.
They're asleep because they're willingly asleep.
And they're hypnotized.
Don't want to have to do the human nature. If you go back, all the way back, the human nature is peace, love, happiness, commitment to each other. Now, if you take this and you twist it to the negative, which it has been, you get sloth people who don't want to do anything. Tell me what to do. Tell me how to think. Tell me everything, because we've been so taken down as an entire species, because they've stolen our history from us. They've stolen our reality from us, because our old traditions of, bringing people up a certain way, men are men, women are women, the whole division of the sexes, they've worked on us on every angle. And now we're just standing here quivering because we don't know what to do anymore. If we get angry, it's wrong. If we do nothing, it's wrong. I don't want to, deal with anything.
Don't be too masculine. Don't be too masculine. Don't be too feminine. No, being too feminine, that, if you're a woman, if you're a man, that's fine. Be feminine as a man. Don't be masculine. And if you're a woman, yes, be masculine, but don't be feminine if you're a woman. Like flipping everything on its head. I made a video about this, Sonia, the other day, right? I was carrying my neighbor's dog because he can't walk as far as Alfie. And I've said I'll take him out for walks with Alfie all the time now. So I'm carrying him and he's in my arm like this, like a baby, laid on his back like this. And he loves it, man. But I'm walking with him, and I'm like, this is like us. This is like people. I've got Alfie, who's off in different directions. I want to go this way. I want to go this way. No, I want to go this way. And he doesn't care. He goes wherever he wants to go. And I have to keep hold of him because he'll run straight out into the bloody road. So I have to keep hold of him. But he's like this. And then you've got Canito's just like, yeah, just carry me, man. And the sun's really nice. And I don't really want to have to. It hurts my feet. There's a nice, yeah, that's nice. The rhythm where you're walking there, that's okay. And so that's people. That's people. You've got people that want to fucking go off and find their own way and blah, blah, blah. You've got people that just want to be carried. And then you've got other people that are like, whoa, hang on a second. You're going off in the wrong direction. You've got to keep a leash on you. And this, I've got to carry you and I've got to keep a leash on you. It's a perfect analogy for what we're going through right now, in my opinion.
Perfect. It's perfect. The only thing is, instead of carrying one dog, you'd be carrying 20.
Yeah. Oh, God, yes.
Because that's how many people are still asleep out there and are mental sloths who don't want to do anything. They really
But it's because
don't.
they've been hypnotized. They are right. We have to have a little bit more sympathy and I'm trying to be a little bit more patient with them because they are absolutely hypnotized. And one of the things I've realized as well is they are afraid. And if it's not the big V that they're afraid of, it's the authorities or it's condemnation from their social circles. Mostly it's their social circles because everybody in their social group has gone and had it. Everybody in their social group wears a mask. They're all virtue signaling to each other. And so they're terrified. And they go, that's what they're like, no, shut up. If I do that, then everyone's going to hate me and they're going to pick on me and I'm going to lose my job. And look at what happened to you, man, when you said it. Look at how everybody turned on you. There's no bloody way. No way. They're afraid. They don't have spines.
If you haven't got
the problem.
If you haven't got our awakening, you're getting your information from a morning show TV host. That's what these people are.
A common thread between us is that none of us watch mainstream TV.
But
Part of my waking
these
up.
people cannot get past the morning show TV host. Whatever he says must be true. And that's their mentality.
Listen, it took 4 years for me not having any mainstream TV for 4 years before I actually woke up. It was 4 years for that. Or let's say it was 4 years before I noticed something that made me go, what's that? And I went and looked into it and it was a big rabbit hole and I went, ooh, what the fuck's down here then? And I just went down. And I was down there I've been down there since. Actually, no, I've come out again because rabbit holes, you realize rabbit holes are just a lot of dead ends and a lot of echo chambers and you always end up coming back to the same hole that you came in at. You go, oh, hang on a second, I'm back at Nibiru. How did I get back at Nibiru? Because I went, and I thought I'd done the Palladians and I'm back there again. It's like because you have to go through this process. I've had to go through this process of working through each thing to reach a conclusion, to be able to open my mind up to the next thing, to be able to sit down and not get triggered when people talk about planets and they talk about Pleiadians and they talk about all of that sort of stuff. I don't get triggered by it because, hang on, those are all labels. They're all labels that have narratives attached to them, and they might not be the correct narrative that's attached. We've had the wrong narratives, like totally false, totally fictional narratives stuck to all of these labels, very important labels. And it's so that they're able to talk about things openly and freely in public. They're talking about this, but we all think that they're talking about this. So but it's taken me 8 years to get round to being able to go, right. My ego's gone and sat down and said, I'm just going to watch the show now. I'm going to, where's the popcorn, man? I'm going to watch the show. I'm going to let my childish spirit take over.
I do want to say one thing. I started channel surfing about 2 years ago, maybe 2.5 years ago. And I came across this one channel. I really, really like the woman that's hosting the channel, but she is really, really duped. And let me tell you why. If there are aliens, which there are a lot of them, but if you wanted to catch a part of the populace that was trying to wake up, you're going to go down the theme of something that's a little more accepted, aliens, and you're going to come in on a computer, because that way you never have to be seen, blah, 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 blah. And AI is running the show because it's running the cloud.
Yeah.
So there's this, I'm going to just say it, Gosha on Cosmic Agency. She is dealing with AI. I've seen it.
Yeah.
I'm there. I'm watching it. I'm going, oh my God. And I really, really, really like her. What happens when you go into something and you feel like you're in too deep and you can't get out because you committed all of your life to something? This is the scenario she's in.
This is the scenario people are in when we're trying to tell them, when people are running around screaming flat earth at professors, you're basically asking a man that spent the last 60 years building his entire life, everything, his whole ego, everything is built around this model. And you're just you're taking a sledgehammer to it, going, "Hey mate, you're sat on a big rubber balloon. Look, pop." It's not going to happen. It's not going to work. And what you're saying, Sonia, what you're saying is, did you see Geordie Rose when Geordie Rose was promoting the quantum computer, the D-Wave quantum computer? No. Geordie Rose it was always sales pitches. People think that it was information seminars that he was giving, but he was trying to sell it to the Saudis basically. But D-Wave computers, he was saying that what they've done is they were putting questions in, and it was going into this realm and coming back. The answers were coming back like that, like questions that they can't answer or weren't able to answer, or it would take 20 years to answer, and it comes back like that from this other realm. And he's saying that they didn't know where the answers were coming from. And then he starts saying, we're dealing with the old gods. We're speaking to the old gods that exist in the in the realm. And this is all about bringing them in. He said there's going to be a flood basically of demons, and it's all fear. It's all very much fear, get everybody scared. Change your perception of what a demon is, and suddenly they're not scary anymore. When you think, they're not demons, they're cheeky little monkeys. They're just trying to come in and fuck shit up, man. And they're just cheeky little monkeys. But that's because one of the things, I don't know how you feel. I'm not sure how you feel about this, Sonia, but I think in this realm, whether there's aliens or not, in this realm is made for us. Yeah. And so because of that, we are the most powerful beings in this realm. There's not anything above us in this realm. So we were top of the food chain, but it's not the food chain that we're top of. We're top of the consciousness, like because of what we can do, what we're able to do with our powers of manifestation, our powers of unconditional love and hate and all these things that we're able to do that animals can't do that. No. Animals don't love. Well, no, animals are capable of love, but they're not capable of hate. They're capable of fear. Yeah. All they do is fear. They don't hate anybody.
They get a warning.
No, they don't hate.
Yeah.
I'm
absolutely in agreement with that. The reason we have these bodies, when we come into these bodies, is because they're designed for the 3D. And this is a 3D reality. So when we're coming into these shells, we match the 3D. We assimilate to these bodies. And these bodies are made for this place. It's as simple as that.
But our consciousness is made for these bodies as well. This whole connection is made. Yeah. We're meant to be able to interact within this realm because what we're supposed to be doing, we're supposed to be custodians. We're supposed to be just creating and creating and creating and loving and caring and creating. And it's meant to be, this is meant to be a love fest down here, but not some crazy, 1970s Playboy love fest. This is meant to be an actual, real, unconditional family where everybody walks around with a smile on their face. And so a lot of people I know, even as I'm saying it, I'm thinking, oh God, how cheesy is that, man? Everybody just like, walking around like that. What was that show? What was that show with the neighbor who sings the song? You know, he's like, and it's all just a little bit
It's a wonderful night.
Yeah, I'm a wonderful. Yeah, that one. Oh God, can't
that
remember.
American show. I just Mr. Someone.
How much of that is programming? How much of that is programming, social programming?
Yeah, exactly.
To say no, things can't be that good. It's not cool to be happy. It's not cool to be that familiar with people. It's not. It's way cooler to be mysterious and to keep secrets from people and to.
Yeah, that's the cool dude. You know, he's so complex. You know, he's got all these. He's so messed up in the head. You know, basically. How cool is that? Yeah. It
was like we watched Honey, I Shrunk the Kids the other night in the Magic Treehouse movie room on the movie night. We watched it together, and we saw the programming in Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, where it's programming kids to get into relationships. It's already put in the idea of sex and relationships, and you know, and these kids are like 14, 15 years old, and okay. Hormones are very real. They're very real because mine started when I was about 10 or 11. That's when I started, you know, thinking about. But older women, it was weird how I started thinking about that sort of thing. But I started thinking about it when I was about 10 or 11. But then when I started secondary school, that's when it all changed and it actually became something that I had to think about. It was like, oh, there's all these girls and I've got to get into a relationship now because I've been watching this TV show and they're all getting relationships on the TV show. In the school programs and everything, there's get in a relationship, have sex, smoke, do all these things, become an adult. You've got to become an adult now. Stop thinking like a child and become an adult.
Yeah.
On that night, I'd like to invite you to the Magic Treehouse, Sonia.
Oh, okay.
I would like to, and like everybody here is invited, but nobody's taken me up on the offer yet. They're all these two guys are like the Magic Tree. What is this childlike spirit? What are you talking about? I'm a fully grown man. I don't need to go into a room full of children. Cool, I'm not going into a room full of children. What are you talking about? But actually, I mean, it hasn't really quite worked out exactly how I visualized it. It worked out exactly how I visualized it because we're not really using our imaginations too much yet. And, you know, and sort of tossing ideas around yet. But what I was saying to you about the energy in the room, like every single time when I felt like a little bit out of balance or I've woken up and this feeling that I've had for the last 3 weeks, it seemed to not be there. I've gone into the Magic Treehouse and it's just charged me up with it instantly.
Wow.
Right? It's like the energy's there in the room. And somebody said to me, I think it was Hippie Shake said to me, you know, so you've started building the place then? Like I had actually started building it. And I was like, what, physically? She said, yeah. I said, well, no, not yet. She said, because I can see it. I can see it in my mind's eye. So if I've got somebody on the other side of, thousands of miles away, and they're visualizing pretty much the same thing as me, we've got 11 people in there now that have all holding this perception of the same sort of perception of this Magic Treehouse. So I know I'm going to be able to actually make that into physical reality here on Earth. I want to do them everywhere. Magic Treehouse retreat centers for healing everywhere, man. And so yeah, you're invited. Absolutely, you're invited. But it means that we have to exchange telephone numbers. That's the only way that I let you into my club.
I'll leave my telephone number on the Skype with me and Colum, and then they can give it to you because.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
I mean, not cool. You. I mean, Campbell and Colum.
You need the only thing is
don't say it or put it up in. No, don't put it up in public.
No, I won't put it up in. No, don't put it up in public.
My phone will be
But you need signal. That's the only thing.
And if anyone watching,
you need signal.
Wants to know more
all
about
I have is my phone. I don't have
Telegram
a computer or anything. I don't even have any kind of Wi-Fi in here. No
you
hard lines.
Is it a smartphone?
Yes.
Yeah, you can get signal. I've got signal on I've only got it on my phone actually. I don't have it on the computer. So yeah, you can have it on the phone if you've got enough memory, obviously.
Yeah, I'm constantly putting a lot of my stuff on my phone on a flash drive because I need to save my videos. So I put everything on a flash drive because it'll chew up all my memory on my phone otherwise.
No problem. All right, I might have to get going soon, guys. We've been going 2 hours and 40 minutes. I'm actually starting to fall asleep.
I want to hear all the
Not
things that you tried to say that you didn't actually manage to get out, Callum. Because I saw you. I saw it like a few times, and you didn't. You never got to speak. Callum, sorry, Campbell. Campbell.
It's good. That's about what I was going to say.
Yeah. It's because you're really quiet. You're
no, it was all good. I mean,
I'd be picking up the mic. I'd be like this, but I want to say something now.
But no, it's been fun. So thank you for everyone who's been. We've got 237 watching us. So we've had over 200 people for the last hour and a half. So thank you everyone for joining us. Hugh, Submac, Carlos, Shannon, Paul, SP, Zal, Ozbeast, Sasha, Walken, Axel.
Axel Rose.
Interesting. He's supposed to spin. Axel Rose. He took a walk. Thank you to Richie 007, Sonia, and Callum. Oh, didn't know what that was. And guys, there's a Telegram channel. The link's below. If you want to find out more about the Magic Treehouse, go and send Richie a message. He's in there chatting.
And
away.
if you're a Fed or somebody that's trying to infiltrate, know that we've got things that are way better than sniffer dogs, and we'll sniff you out in 5 seconds. So go for it. Go for your life.
We have. Exactly.
We've already proved that today, man.
So the words remote viewing mean anything to you, come at us. We will find who you are and expose you. So guys, so just keep your wits about you. Understand these people are out there. The bots are out there. They're trying to play their stupid, silly monkey games, but that's all it is, ridiculousness. So if you see them, just ignore them. If you're admin, kick them out, get rid of them. We don't want their energy. But most of all, just give them no attention, give them no focus. Focus on the future, what we want, what we're going to build, because that's what's real. What they create is dead, right? It's all corporate fiction, dead crap. So there we go. Thanks for joining us, guys. Keep your eyes peeled. I'm going to try and get this new funding done tomorrow, so we'll have somewhere up to get all these donations in. I'll let you know. There's another chat video that hopefully will go up tomorrow as soon as we get that sorted. So, keep your eyes peeled. I'll post it around, and so hopefully everyone got their money back. Let me know if there's any issues, if you didn't. And, of course, if you did, we would love you to give it back when we get the new platform up so we can get that to Cindy and the elders who really, really need it. And you may not have heard, Sonia, they cancelled our GoFundMe today. So we're almost at $20,000 to give to our Indigenous elders. Yeah, and they cancelled. It just shows us who we're dealing with, right? I mean,
scum.
There's just no words. Yeah. Just no words, right? No words.
It's scum.
Anger. But they, they're scum. They're disgusting, evil, subhuman filth. But we're light workers, right? We're so far above them.
We're like warriors, dude.
They can't touch us.
We're like warriors, like bearers, like workers. We're all of them. We're avatars, is what we are. We are. We're avatars, man. We're like true avatars. We've all been doing the work. We've all been like over the years. We've all been doing the work. We've all tried to reach a level of understanding, and we've all realized that it's like we've been given our sovereignty. We've been given our sovereignty because we've realized that we don't have power and sovereignty over anybody else. It's only over ourselves. So we've done that. We've made the changes that we could see, and that we can see that other people need to make as well. But rather than going around and telling them that you need to do this and you need to do that and you're this and you're that, just sit back and let people do it, and try and lead by example. Exactly that. Try and lead by example. And I still like Callum, man. I still can't believe he's like 5 years younger than me, and yeah, he's so chilled. He's like he reached that stage long before, man. How did you get there so early? What did you smoke?
DMT.
Lots of Kahlua and milk, I think. Alrighty. On that note, guys, stay awesome. Keep the vibes high. Send good, loving thoughts out to our elders and originals.
Namaste.
And also to Kel, who's had a bit of a bad day as well.
Oh, I love
we'll
Kel.
Bounce back tomorrow. We'll get it all sorted. And
I want Kel to come to the Magic Tree House as well. I want Kel in there. You got to tell her she's invited.
Kel is the imagination nonsense wizardess. So
exactly. That's exactly why she is prime candidate for the Magic Tree House, man. And also, it'd be somewhere she could come in and get some good energy to help her feel better. I swear to God, if she came in the Magic Tree House, we'll fill her with nothing but good energy, man. De-stress her, make her realize she's an absolute warrior, man. What she's like, I love watching you two.
She is. She puts so much into everything, and that's why obviously when
I love the way she's standing all the time. When she's doing her streams, she's always stood up, isn't she?
Yeah,
she's always stood up. And I've thought about doing that. Standing up for my streams. Makes you seem more alert, doesn't it? You think on your feet. Think on your feet, man. Come on.
Yeah. I want to do it too, but I've got to wait till my retarded arm fixes, or else I look retarded. But
oh, that's fear.
All right.
The Melbourne Tartarian
sorry for
videos.
me.
You need to watch more Joe Dispenza.
Kel's she's got to keep them Melbourne Tartarian videos coming. They're awesome.
Yes.
Yeah,
I know all them buildings.
They're
good.
So yeah.
Did they take her channel completely off, or did they just give her a strike?
It's still there, but she's being banned. So she should get it back in 4 or 6 weeks, depending on what they want to do. And then it'll be basically one more strike in the next 3 months, and we'll delete you. So they're just acting like
I'm on 2 strikes at the moment.
Spoiled, retarded.
I'm on 2 strikes. If I get another strike, I'm gone.
Exactly right.
Bring it.
And I mean, and bring it exactly.
I've got 2 other channels.
There we go, guys. So thank you all for joining us. Thank you for all the panel people. Thank you for everyone who supports us, and just thank you for being awesome and being you. And
Namaste.
We'll catch you all
Thank you
on the next upload.
Bye,
guys. Stay awesome.
Bye-bye. Much love, guys.
Bye.